real.
Green Goblin is no longer Spider-Man's biggest threat.
Are we doing like an inspiration interview right now on your post?
Would you like to? I'm glad you asked.
No, I don't need to know why you're so proud of the caption.
Go ahead, hold on. Let's go inside the actual studio. Would you like to go ahead? Anyone have questions about what was going on before this humping video went so big?
Why did you decide to edit it at the length?
I didn't edit. No editing.
So it was just originally 5 seconds long?
That's right.
I got a question.
Yeah, go ahead, Jake.
Why'd you pick the Green Goblin over Venom?
I don't know, nerd. I don't know.
His trick was to put less thought into it. Am I right, Klein?
Less thought, like Johnny said.
Right.
I listened to a great speech that was given recently at UCLA.
Professor Postmaster
would be
approves
better.
of this.
Yeah, about
This is
what
great.
to do when you post. And it's don't think. You overthink, you get nothing. You don't think at all. You play to the dum-dums, and boom, virality.
Did you use hashtags?
I don't think so. Did I? I'm not sure. I think
Klein Alley Show. 106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Oh, hell yeah. Good morning. Hello. Welcome to KROQ. Welcome to YouTube, you net bangers. We are live and interactive right now in your ear holes where we belong.
Hello,
And
netbangers.
Also, everyone who's watching the stream, spread the word and help us to grow the show so we can stick around here and keep doing this thing each and every day. Bribe you with amazing tickets. This hour, we got Lumineers tickets, so you can go to Yamava, see them there sometime between now and 7 a.m. Get you into that show, plus give you $50 to play the slots. We got some cash coming your way, courtesy of Allie. With Allie Knows the News. That's all coming up later this hour.
I also think that if you win some free Lumineers tickets, that's a great Valentine's Day gift, especially because Lumineers is all about them love songs.
Yeah, better be careful. They sing about a lot of different women's names, so you just got to be careful that you don't have your current girl thinking you're going to see some band that's singing about one side piece or a former.
Every song. Who is Ophelia? Who's Cleopatra?
Who are these?
Who's Gloria?
Well, anyway, we'll get you to that show coming up later this hour right here on KROQ. And then later this morning, something that I'm dreading, but something that I think you guys will thoroughly enjoy. I told you that early January, just after the fires had made their way through Southern California, and we thought to ourselves, man, this year's off to a bad start. But then the fires kind of went out, and my wife and I had a conversation, and we said, you know what, maybe the year can start again now. We can have a good year. And then we had a lice outbreak in our house, and then immediately following the lice outbreak, her car got stolen. So then we were thinking, maybe we're just cursed in 2025.
Yeah, you're like Job.
We were getting like all the plagues one at a time. Boom, boom, boom. The car never got recovered, so she finally ended up having to get a new car a couple days ago. So we thought it was the perfect time to prank her and tell her that we did find her car, and it was in bad shape. We'll play this call later today. I want to warn you in advance that I believe this will probably be the final nail in the coffin of my marriage, because it did not go great in the sense that she definitely fell for it, and after the fact,
How was the rest of your day yesterday?
not great.
I saw him in the hall on the phone. It was not cool.
Really?
Dude, it was bad.
How many matchas are you going to have to buy to make up for this?
I already bought a lot of matchas yesterday. It's not even making a dent anymore. Not even making a
dude,
dent.
you got to go Hailey Bieber Slurpee, man, or whatever.
Slurpee.
Whatever that
I think
is.
it's a Slurpee.
Whatever that is.
I'm sure.
The Hailey Bieber Slurpee. I should
The
do that.
basic bitches of LA love the Slurpee.
We will listen to this call in its entirety later in the show. I got to try to pick up a window when she's not listening. But this is going to be something that you guys will like and I will hate. And
Did you at least convince her to laugh at it a little bit after the fact?
No. In fact, the last thing she said to me before bed last night was, I really hate you for doing that. And
Yeah, but is it like, oh, I hate you?
No.
Or is it like,
no.
I hate you?
Yes, that one.
Oh.
That one. Here's a...
But how many times have you heard that, though?
I've heard it a lot. I've heard it a lot. And at some point, it does roll off me. But also, this time, it did feel like she meant it. Here's just a tease.
Wow. Okay. This is, so now I don't understand. What do we do?
This is after Jake informed her that the car is sitting at an impound lot in Tijuana or something like that. It's
And then it must be picked up immediately.
immediately. It's incurring fees as they speak. I mean, the thing escalated so quickly. And she tried to keep it together. I heard some of the call. At some point during the call, which we'll play later this morning, she actually said to Jake, who was called, what was your name, Jake? Officer who?
Officer Medina.
Officer Medina. Jake was really working on his police officer character.
Yeah.
How fast was it before she got you on the phone, by the way?
It's pretty,
It seems like she relies on you for everything.
Well,
it's pretty quick. It was like, I think the third wow.
It's a couple of
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
Can I get my husband on the phone,
yeah,
please?
she got me. And it was terrible because I'm standing outside the room Jake's in on the phone with
Oh,
her.
that's hilarious.
So I'm watching Jake kind of work his police officer magic.
Which I think Jake was very happy to play. He was definitely a method actor in this case.
I had a script and everything.
Yeah, I
He had
mean,
a script and everything.
yeah, I mean, we will get into this later, but I mean, this is how it began.
Hello?
Hello, is this a Danielle Klein?
That's good, Jake.
He's pissed already.
I love that.
Good stuff. Jake, who gave you that note, huh?
That was Klein. Yeah. No.
Said I
To mispronounce the last
mispronounced
name.
the
That was Klein himself.
Yeah, good. I said that'll get her.
Who's this?
This is Officer Medina with the LAPD North Hills Division.
Hi, yes, this is her.
Hi, great. I'm calling to inform you that we have found your Land Rover attempting
Oh, my
to
God.
cross. Yeah, it was attempting to cross a border yesterday.
No way.
Okay, we'll get to it later.
Dude, Jake, by the way, that's a good affectation that you put on your voice.
Yeah.
Very
Thank you.
well done,
Hey, by
man.
the
Thank you very much.
Yeah, Allie and I saw Jake working on this thing.
Well, first he
Yeah.
had an accent, I think,
Yeah,
right?
he was- at fir-
like, listen up, see? I found your Land Rover, see?
Goddamn accent.
Allie had to pull Jake aside and said, "Don't overact this thing, man. Just be Jake."
From the biggest overactor I know.
Yeah.
What?
Well, yeah, Jake was working on like
Get out of here.
Jake was
Do the cockney thing.
Jake was working on like a Boston accent. I was like, "Why would you be a Boston cop? You're calling from LA."
You got to pick it up in the yard.
He's like,
See?
it's a wicked crime. So anyway, we'll get to that later in the show. You'll get to watch my personal life unravel today on the
I can't
radio.
wait.
And we'll give you lots of stuff just for putting up with us this morning here on KROQ. Good morning. 102.3. Checking out the stream for the first time. Allie, you look very nice today.
Oh, very funny.
That's not sarcasm.
All right, fine. Let's move on, all right?
I think it's a compliment. So can't wait to watch
I don't trust it.
your personal life unravel. Well, that'll be happening on the show today. I want Jake to prank my friends, too. Well, Jake could go to jail for impersonating an officer, someone pointing out.
Right.
So there's a lot of...
That's not true. I got tips from my cop friend. He didn't say anything about that.
A lot of high stakes on today's show, and we'll come back in a second with your chance to get $100 of Allie's money, and we'll even sweeten it. If you win and you beat her, you'll get $100. We'll throw in these tickets to go see the Lumineers at Yamava Theater. If you lose to Allie, then someone else listening, rooting against you, will call and get those tickets to see the Lumineers. So we got gambling already early in the day. I know you're thinking,
the stakes.
No football for a while. What can I possibly bet on? You can bet on Allie's brain, and we'll do that after this quick break. If you would like to join us, the number is 800-520-1067. Allie knows the news action. Then later this morning, another single person spotlight will roll on every single day this week leading up to Valentine's Day. So perhaps you are single right now. We may have the man and or woman of your dreams coming up later today in the show. Back with your money, your questions, and your future after this.
I think everybody here knows what it means to join the Mile High Club, right?
Oh my God!
It's the KROQ Mile High Club. Get lucky and see your favorite KROQ bands in places all over the world. Destination 4. Climb the CN Tower. Take in a hockey game. Go boot in a boot and eat all the poutine you can handle. Because it's okay. Free healthcare.
When KROQ sends you to see us, Mumford & Sons in Toronto, Canada.
It's not your fault but mine that I will wait for you.
Listen to 9, noon, 3, and 6.
Qualify all week and instantly score tickets to our show at the Palladium.
Pre-sale starts 10 a.m. Thursday at Ticketmaster. Sign up at agora.gentlemenoftheroad.com.
Rush me restless hearts to the end.
You'll get the chance to see him again in Toronto, Canada.
Good people been down so long.
It's the KROQ Mile High Club, Destination 4. Keep listening to win. Good luck.
Courtesy of Live Nation.
The world famous KROQ.
From Monster Tour Water. Straight up water, nothing else. Visit monstertourwater.com to find a store near you.
We got a single lady on the phone right now. Her name is Lisa. We'll find out why she's single, why she thinks she's single, what she's looking for, and perhaps it's you. And you may be thinking this is a weird way to meet someone, but it has worked in the past. We did this last year, single person spotlight. To date, 0 people are still a couple from last year. But I think that there is a few dates that happened.
Yeah, there were some dates that happened. I think it just didn't work out. But we pointed out that it is nice to bond over mutual interests. And if your mutual interest is our show, even better. You have something to talk about on your first date.
So maybe it's a relationship. Maybe it's a wife. Maybe it's just no strings attached sex. It's a win-win-win as far as we're concerned.
Maybe it's to getting together and having a horrible breakup.
Yeah, there's that too. Single person spotlight starts now.
Looking for Mr. or Mrs. Right. Everyone you date just seems alright. Looking for Mr. or Mrs. Right. Welcome to the single person spotlight.
All right, let's say hi to Lisa. Lisa is on KROQ now. Lisa, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Thank you, by the way, for just allowing us. I always find it very brave, and I appreciate any listener that is willing to turn some of their romantic future over to us for a little bit. So thank you for trusting us. We do have your best interest in mind.
Thank you. I love you guys. I listen to you every day.
All right,
Vanessa, stop.
So
Oh my gosh.
Apologies in advance that Vanessa's been perving out on your giant breasts. I know it's going to come up a lot probably, and if you do hear any random horns during this chat, just know that that's coming from Vanessa.
Got it.
Okay, just making sure.
How long have you been single for?
I have been single for about a month now, but before I met the person I was with prior, it was about a year.
Mm-hmm. And bad breakup, good breakup, ran its course. What was the deal?
It was a little bit of a bad breakup, but the one before that was mutual.
And what kind of partner are you looking for?
Radio producer? Huh? Vanessa, calm down, okay?
I was hyping you up, Lisa. They can't handle a hype.
There's the horns.
Vanessa, you're the perfect height for a good motorboat.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, Vanessa. She's obsessed. And we asked her who we had on Monday for Single Person Spotlight, because we have actually been reached out to by quite a few single people. There are a lot of single people out there that just can't seem to meet.
She's starting with the biggest boobs and working her way down.
Yeah, we're working down the alphabet. So, but she did say, we've got Lisa. She's great. Big F boobs. That's how she introduced you to us. So that is you. So that is true. You have big F boobs.
Yes.
Natural.
And I called in, Klein, to say how sexy I thought you were. And you were like, well, what do you look like? So that's why.
Oh, I remember that.
So you got questionable taste in guys as well.
Yeah, this was not that long ago that you called in.
Right.
Yeah. And does it bother you that most people refer to you as who cares she's an F cup?
No, I love it.
Oh, she likes that. Okay, good. You have a good sense of humor about it.
And are they natural or are they implants?
Oh, no, all natural.
Okay.
All natural, yeah.
Is it true or false you refer to Sydney Sweeney as that flat bitch?
I don't know who that is.
Okay, fair enough.
She doesn't need to know who that is.
That's right. That's how big her boobs are.
Vanessa, on the other hand, knows exactly who that is, right, Vanessa?
She gave her 3 All right. Let's get to know you now. This is serious. You are single. You are looking for a man, a woman. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, preferably a man, but I'm open.
You are open now. Wow, that's how bad it's got in the dating world, Allie. People are joining your team. They don't even know what's going on.
That's how good it's gotten.
Longest relationship you had? I know you said you came off one that was about a year, but did you ever have one of those ones that was like you were engaged to be married, called off the engagement, anything like that?
Yeah, actually, the one. So I was dating someone for a couple months. Before that, I was single for a year. That relationship lasted 7 years.
Wow. It's a lot of time. Living together, everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And is there anything that's out for you as far as red flags? Something that's like a complete no-no from the get-go?
Maybe hunting. I don't know if we get that like a whole lot out here, but that's probably something that
I want to go kill
like
something. Yeah, like I want to shoot an endangered species, that kind of thing.
Yes.
I'm so hot. I just got turned on hearing Allie say that. Now I'm turned on.
I want to go shoot something.
Give me that horn, Vanessa, for Allie. I'm a yeah, that's right. Now, Lisa, what celebrity do people tell you resemble? Because I know physical looks are important, obviously. Maybe not the most important thing, but definitely up there. Did anyone ever say you look like so-and-so?
I don't know. I really don't look like anybody. When I smile, I've been told that I look like Julia Stiles, but I think I'm cuter than her. So,
and a lot of the pictures that Vanessa has sent me, and she sent me many.
Vanessa, why do you have so many pictures? Jesus Christ, it's a lot.
It seems like you're into Disney. Is that true?
I'm a Disney freak. I'm sorry. Yes.
So Disney adult would be a red flag for a lot of other people in the dating world. You're aware of that, right?
Point that out. And you go by yourself sometimes? Do you go by yourself ever?
I do.
Wow.
I do, yes. Single but it's also a green flag. Yeah, it's also a green flag.
Right. So if you're
for serial killers,
yes,
that's
a single person that loves Disney. Yeah, because we have seen quite a few pictures, like Allie pointed out, and a lot of them.
It's like you with Goofy.
It's you at Disney in different outfits, which means you go there a lot. How many times a year would you say you go to Disney?
I'm a pass holder for both parks, for Disney World and Disneyland, so a lot.
Whoa, you fly across the country to get more Disney in you?
I do, yes.
Whoa.
I love Disney World also.
This is a red flag.
That she travels to Disney World? Do you think Disney World is more of a red flag?
She can't get enough Disney, like driving in the car for 30 minutes, and she's got to be like, I got to fly across country to get more Disney.
Yeah, Omar would call you a passhole, Lisa.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
See, that's what's nice about Lisa. She seems very self-aware.
Yeah, she's accepted it. Which ride is your favorite attraction? Maybe there's some compatibility there with someone listening.
Hands down, Haunted Mansion.
Haunted Mansion.
Are you a pin collector?
I am.
Oh my God.
I know.
We may have found why you're single.
Do you trade with the people that work there? Like, I can take your pin and trade you with this one.
Oh, yeah.
Yep,
I'm like, can I see your lanyard?
Oh,
yeah.
man.
But we don't have to talk about that now.
Who are we to judge, right? We all got our weird things. If that's
absolutely.
If you're into that sort of pin thing, maybe this is exactly who you're looking for. At the end of this, we're going to tell you how you can actually connect with Lisa. We're not just wasting time here. She's single. We're getting close to Valentine's Day. She's looking for something. She's cool. If you're another listener to the show, even just that, even just having that in common, that you both wake up with KROQ in the morning, that's almost enough right there. You could probably have at least one date's worth of stuff to talk about.
Absolutely. And 562 said, I usually hate Disney adults, but I'm making an exception for Lisa. So it's really about the whole package. It's not just, sometimes you have to ignore the red flags to find the one that you love.
Someone said, in honor of Lisa, they should change that ride to "It's a Big World After All." It's like, people are a big fan of your breasts. I don't know what's going on here, but they thoroughly enjoy that.
They should be.
Yeah, they should be. And are you a giver or a receiver in relationships?
In what sense? Like actual gifts or physical gifts?
I think he's talking about sexuality.
No, I'm just asking the question. Giver or receiver? How do you consider yourself? More of a giver, more of a receiver?
Well, gift giving is one of my languages. But I'm not opposed to giving sexually. But I have heard the term pillow princess. Not that describes me fully.
Right.
Who called you that, Vanessa? Or by the way, 323 says green flag Lisa. I've traveled all the way to Japan just to go to Disneyland. So you got
could be your match.
some of your people are traveling even further than you are for some Disney.
There's nothing more powerful than a
Down for
Disney
Tokyo.
adult power couple.
Disney adult power couple is freaky.
When they find each other,
Yep.
they are together forever.
Yeah, you lighten. Uplifting song to start your Tuesday morning. We are Klein Alley Show. This is KROQ, and we got $100 up for grabs every morning right around this time. If it's your first day listening, or perhaps you're back for more, remember you can always call us and take a shot at Allie's $100. It's her money. She puts it up every single day to prove she knows what's going on in the world, and all you have to do is do better than Allie does. Ties go to the house.
Can we do this one in a Visa gift card? Because I'm kind of running low.
Is it a full Visa gift card, or is it one of those Visa gift cards that already has like certain, dollars taken out of it?
I think last time I checked, it was $54.03 was the balance.
No, you said $100. We got to figure it out. It's $100. That's the deal. Every morning right around this time. Let's say hi to, people want a piece of you from all over the place, and I don't blame them. Michelle in, where are you? Hold on one second. Let's go. And Michael.
Hi, I'm Michael from Valencia.
Hi, Michael. What's going on?
Nothing. I'm commuting to Pepperdine this morning, so this is my drive every day.
Fancy.
Whoa, you smart, huh?
Fancy drive.
I don't know about smart, but I'm here.
All right, fair enough. You got 5 questions in your future. If you do better than Allie, you'll get $100 cash and your tickets to go see Lumineers at Yamava Theater on the 22nd, plus $50 to play the slots. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Allie's leaving the studios now. As soon as she is sequestered outside of the main KROQ studios, your round will begin. Keep in mind, if you're listening and you also would like to go see the Lumineers, you're rooting against Michael, because if she loses, then those Lumineers tickets will go to caller 20 immediately at 800-520-1067. But if she wins, that's all you need to know, and it starts right now.
Allie knows the news.
Question number 1. What lit up the skies in Southern California last night?
A SpaceX launch.
Question number 2. There is a body of water that now has a brand new name, at least according to Google Maps. What body of water has a new name on Google Maps?
The Gulf of America.
Question 3. Luka is officially a Laker, debuted last night, as the Lakers beat which team?
Ooh, last night.
Need an answer?
Dallas. I don't know.
Question number 4. This musician stormed off stage in Nashville after the crowd wouldn't clap for him.
No idea. Billy Ray Cyrus.
And finally, citizens from this country have launched an effort to buy California from the U.S. Which country is half seriously looking into buying California?
Wow. I'm citizens of this country. Canada?
All right. Good guess. Let's bring Allie and we'll score it together. Some of these stories every day, you go, I didn't even realize that's news. Technically, all of this,
I didn't either.
All of this is news. Allie's battling someone who's on her way to Pepperdine right now. On a fancy drive to Pepperdine. All right, Allie, here we go. Question number 1. What exactly lit up the skies over Southern California last night?
I believe that would be the SpaceX launch.
SpaceX launch, more specifically, I think it was the Falcon 9, but another one of those things where I didn't know it was happening, and then I look up and I'm like, well, here we go. Game
I
over.
know. I feel like they need to give us more of a warning.
That is correct. We go to question. She got that as well. It's tied up 1-1. Go to question 2. There's a body of water that has a new name, at least on Google Maps. What body of water currently has a new name on Google Maps?
I think that's the Gulf of Mexico.
And the new name would be?
The Gulf of America.
All right, she said that as well. You guys are tied up now.
Oh, man.
2-2 after 2. That is correct. Go to question.
I'm actually going up with a smart person this time.
You are battling someone with some brains. This is very different than our normal person that is comatose with a drinking problem. We go to question
more my lane, too.
number 3. Even Allie loses to that person quite often. Question 3. Luka made his debut with the Lakers last night.
Yeah.
Should point out that Allie went to see the Lakers on Saturday, tried to convince me to go to the game with her. It was a game that had no Luka and no LeBron. It was a real starless skip fest, but she was there anyway.
And then I see that the first game that he had, they gave everybody jerseys.
Oh yeah, of course. That was the game.
Great.
That was the game you wanted to be at. Anyway, Luka made his debut with the Lakers last night as they beat which team?
The Jazz.
Okay, Allie got that right. The Jazz. She goes up 1 with 2 questions left. Here we go. People rooting against you because they want those Lumineers tickets. Be ready to call and win them. Question 4. This musician stormed off stage in Nashville after the crowd wouldn't clap.
Oh, Kid Rock?
That is also correct, Allie. Kid Rock. What happened to Kid Rock? Guy can't even get some
I don't know.
Basic applause.
Remember the Ba Witcha Ba days?
I do.
Those were
Fur
good old
coats.
times.
That was fun.
Throw a Bud Light at him.
Question number 5, and Allie's up 2 now. This citizens from this country have launched an effort to buy California from the U.S.
That would be Denmark.
Also correct. She guessed Canada. Allie goes on a sweep at the end. Wow, that got real bad real quick. Unfortunately, Michelle, we cannot give you the $100, Michael, and we cannot give you the tickets to see the Lumineers.
Aw.
Dang it. That's okay. That was very fair.
But what must you
Good job,
shamefully
Allie.
admit over the
thank
airwaves
you.
of K-Rock? Go ahead.
Okay, my name's Michael. I'm from Valencia. I go to Pepperdine, and I still lost to Allie.
That's a fact right there. Caller 20. Let's instantly make your day better right now at 800-520-1067. $50 to play the slots, and some tickets to see the Lumineers at Yamava will be yours next. your Klein Alley show. When we're not around, you can always use the GOAT line. That number is 844-956-GOAT.
Hey, Klein Alley, love you guys. So do your partners and friends not ever listen to the show? Because you guys talk so much smack about your wives and sexual commentary. Like, I could see why they just tune you guys out.
Yeah.
And then it's one thing to make a comment and be like, yeah, I have this annoying friend, versus, yeah, the friend who was looking through my fridge last night is so annoying. Like, you guys don't even try to conceal their identity, like, a little bit. What if they're listening?
That's a good point. I wish you had called and told us that years ago.
If only you knew they all gave up on us and stopped listening years ago. Ha ha ha.
Yeah. No, the reality is that you cannot do this job and at least do it the way it should be done if you hold anything back and if you're not fully transparent. And that means the good and the bad. And
do you feel like sometimes you run into a friend that you talked about recently and you're like, are they going to be nice to me? Did they hear anything?
I've gotten
And then they don't mention it and you're like, okay, good.
Yeah, I've gotten texts before, like days or sometimes even hours after things were discussed on the show. And they don't say like, hey, I heard I was mentioned today, or was that me you were talking about? But it seems weird that I would get a text so quickly afterwards about stuff, when it was clearly the people that are involved, they know who they are.
Right. Have you ever said, just kidding, I made it all up? Even though you didn't?
Yes.
Yeah,
we always say that.
Yeah.
Well, later today, you're going to truly hear my personal life unravel very quickly and over the radio after a being convinced by you guys to do a prank to my wife about her stolen car. And I already regret it, and I knew it was a bad idea.
Wait. Why are you throwing us under the bus?
Because she's listening right now?
What is happening here?
Oh, man, I'm at the highest point ever. She loves me more than ever right now.
I did say to Jake yesterday before he made the call, I said, I just want you to know, because marriage is up, downs, good months, bad months, good years, bad years.
Yeah.
I said, right now we are in a great place. We are in such a good place right now. We feel so connected with each other. We're being, very honest.
No better time to pull this.
And I said to Jake, I really hope this doesn't screw all that up, and it screwed it all up.
What I really want to hear is the phone call after the phone call.
I should have rolled on that one.
You should have,
recorded that.
That one didn't last very long. That was a lot of hanging up.
That'd be so messed up if you also recorded that call and played it on the air.
Yeah. Well,
Hey, I haven't heard the entire prank. Can we call her afterwards?
I would like to not.
I don't even think she knows we're going to play this.
Yeah, because after the thing,
she thought it was just something you did for fun.
She thought it was just me having fun in the back. She doesn't even understand that this will have a much larger audience. So please, let's not bring her attention to that. Hey, Leo.
Oh my God! Hi.
Hi. You're caller 20.
Yay! I've been trying to get these tickets all week.
Hey, good for you. We got them for you.
It's only Tuesday, so it didn't take you long.
Yeah, not at all.
Last week.
Last week. We're going to have these Lumineers tickets every day this week, I think, in the morning, right around 6:30, something like that. So hold on 1 second. They're yours, Leo. Hold on. Thank you. Allie's got a did she do the right thing or not moment, and I think we can all agree before she even tells us what happened. She did not do the right thing.
What do you mean? I did the same thing I think you would have done.
No.
And you're like a nice person.
Well said. We'll get to that after this one in 2 minutes. the judge. K-Rock, Klein Alley Show.
So I was in line at the grocery store. Long line. These days, but at the grocery store by my house, they have like one, maybe two checkers at a time.
One human, a lot of self-checkouts.
Oh, no, Klein, those are all out of order.
Oh, yeah, of course. That's right. The robots are very high maintenance.
I was next in line, but the person in front of me had their stuff on the belt already. I had not begun the belting process.
Go ahead.
Then, surprise, surprise, next to me, a new register opens up, and the guy put the little light on, and he points to me and said, "Hey, I can take you over here."
Best feeling ever.
It is the greatest feeling.
So great.
You are the one.
You've been chosen.
Yeah, you're the chosen.
Chosen. It's good.
And I had a lot of stuff.
Whenever I see videos of like the Pope kissing a sick kid, I think to myself, that must be what that feels like. Yes. Like that's as close as I'll get to being kissed by the Pope.
Onion Queen, over here.
Get over here.
So I begin to turn my cart around and start making my way when the little old lady behind me said,
"You turn around, you had to make a Yui?"
I was doing a backup. I was doing a back out, but
that's annoying.
As I was doing, there were plenty of people behind me. It was the only way I could get out of the loser line.
Feels like you were late. First of all, that's the line you belong in, and second of all, it feels like if your cart was already in the, it feels like you were kind of already lane committed. That's why I think.
Yes, but I'm just following directions. He chose me.
You sure you didn't point in the general direction of the line of people?
We made eye contact. If I am the chosen one, I must go. I can't. Okay, so then I'm backing up in the process.
Beep, beep. That's Allie.
They got the forklift out.
Right.
And then this little old lady behind me who had probably 5 to 6 things in her cart said, "No, don't run over me."
Right.
She said, "Excuse me, can I?" And she, showed me I have nothing in my cart, and I'm just a little old lady.
Gestured to her sad little cart of like bone strengthening pills.
Yes, exactly. And was like, "Can I go instead? Can I go in your place?" And I was like, "Oh, you would like to go over there?" And she said, "Yes." And as she said yes, she was already making her way over to the new register.
Old person's a gamble because a couple of reasons. Sometimes they try to write a check. Sometimes they try to pay cash.
Playing pennies.
Sometimes they like the conversation.
Yes, and that's their one outing of the day.
Right. A person says, "How's your day?" Instead of just saying, "Fine, you," they kind of go into a whole thing about their grandson.
But I was a little bit like, dude, the nerve this lady has. I was the chosen one, and you're playing the old lady card? You're asking to take my spot in line when I was the chosen one to go over to that lane?
Well, she's not playing the old lady card. She's playing the "I have less items than you" card, which is a different card.
But she also was hamming up the old thing, Klein. She had these weak eyes. She was looking at me like, "I'm just so weak. I don't have much longer. Don't make me wait in this line." And I felt like I got played a little bit. I feel like once I said, okay, she moved over there so fast. She was playing it like, I can barely walk. Then she was zipping right over there, and then she was out. She's probably peeling out in her BMW in the parking lot.
Yeah, but if someone comes up to you and really makes that plea to you, all of a sudden now you have the power, the same power that the man who pointed at you had, where you have the ability to now say, all right, as the chosen one, I'm going to now choose you as the new chosen one.
But she didn't even wait for me to choose her. She chose herself and then already started making her way over to the other aisle before I even had the chance to say, "You may go."
That's old privilege.
Yes, and I was like, am I an a-hole for kind of being annoyed with this lady for doing this? I mean, I guess I should be like, you're older and you have less items. Yeah, you should just go. And plus, I was already next in line, but I kind of felt like she abused the privilege a little bit.
I think you are an a-hole.
Oh.
I think that, she technically did get in front of you, so if you had bumped her out or done the thing where you pick up her things off the thing, go, "I was chosen," that would have made you a bigger a-hole. But
no! And I smashed her cart.
Smashed her weak little legs with your cart. But I do feel that.
831 said, "This happened to me last week. You need to stay in your lane and offer it to someone else, especially if you're next. You shouldn't be the person who gets and disrupts the line."
If you are next, you are lane committed, and you try to do what I would consider an unlawful merge after the fact, regardless of if that guy pointed at you. He pointed at you because that's the right thing for them to do.
So they are supposed to just pick who's next?
I think so, yeah.
That's their requirement. It wasn't special.
I believe you're not special.
She has a nice shop.
No.
She's got a white shop.
No one said nice
she
shop.
belongs there.
Klein Alley.
Klein Alley Show.
KROQ, the world famous KROQ. KROQ, KROQ.
If you are hurt in an accident, KROQ, we are Klein Alley Show. We'll get into a brand new hour of the show in a moment. First, we'll do your ADD news. Then later this morning, get you on that standby list so that you can travel to Toronto, Canada, and check out some Mumford & Sons, plus tickets to see them right here. There's a show at the Palladium just announced last week in this studio, sitting right over there in that chair. Marcus Mumford was there. He told us we're going to do some little shows to get ready for the big tour, and you will be at one of those little shows happening here in Hollywood. All right, let's get to your news now. Then a brand new hour of the show can begin.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
All right, we already know the next Super Bowl will take place at Levi Stadium in San Francisco. Super Bowl 50 was there. Now, 10 years later, Super Bowl 60 will return to the Bay Area. And the early favorites to win are, guess what? The Eagles, who are just arriving back in Philadelphia with the trophy. And their Super Bowl parade will take place on Valentine's Day, which I cannot wait to see how many relationships break up over the parade being, ruining their Valentine's Day plans, and so-and-so didn't show up to dinner because he got drunk and punched a horse.
That's probably happens every year. Regardless, Allie, if it's
Isn't that what
Super
happened
Bowl
last time they
parade or
won?
not. Yeah, I think so. They're like, a lot of people got arrested for beating up the police horses. In fact, they showed, I was looking at some of the footage of downtown Philly,
Where they lit the Kermit the Frog on fire.
Yeah, it was like chaos. It looked like almost as bad as the Palisades looked here. I mean, I'm telling you, I was like, really? That's from celebrating a Super Bowl? Broken, shattered glass everywhere.
And then imagine more of that on Valentine's Day.
Yep, I can imagine it.
Yeah.
That's your Philly fans for you.
Other things that have happened as a result of the Super Bowl, the halftime show, a couple things have happened. Not Like Us has seen a 430% increase on Spotify. That's not surprising. The other thing that is kind of surprising is bell-bottom sales are way up. Flares, which were my best friend in high school, or Kendrick Lamar was wearing them during the halftime show, which means everybody else wants to wear them too. And the ones he wore during the show were $1,300. Those are already sold out, but now people are buying up dupes.
Listen to this. So I thought to myself as I'm looking at his pants, I go, what kind of idiot is, while they're watching this, ordering these pants online? I come in yesterday, Postmaster Johnny goes, I'm so excited, my bell bottoms are going to arrive in the mail. I said, what? He goes, yeah, I ordered the pair that Kendrick Lamar was wearing at the halftime. You already ordered them, Johnny?
I told y'all, yeah. I've had them. I got them.
Yeah, so they arrived already.
Yeah,
wait,
they
the
came
$1,300 ones?
Not the 13. You got the dupe ones, right?
Yeah, I kind of paid more than I'd like to, but you know what? We're going to look just like Kendrick, too.
How much did you pay?
I paid $55 for them.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's not bad.
That's a big difference. But still, Johnny, are we trying to save up for a car here? Don't we have a car fund?
Yeah, but I'd rather look like Kendrick, though, dude.
All right. Priorities.
Definitely priorities.
Definitely.
Do you think that there's ever a fashion trend that will not come back? Like, I kind of thought bell bottoms and flare jeans were not going to come back because they're just kind of ridiculous.
And then I thought the overalls weren't going to make a comeback, and they sure did.
I know, and I wore those. I wore the crap out of that too.
Yeah,
I don't think what was those.
It was all good stuff for people with weird body shapes. It really was a good time for me.
And I think that's the beauty of it all is that some ugly person that has some sort of ability to influence is like, I got a real weird ankle, so I'm going to come up with something.
Yes,
like those big, stupid,
I have cankles.
Right.
Flares were my best friend.
Right, couldn't be better. Allie, you ever seen a pair of bell bottoms look like skinny jeans? Put them on Allie.
I can do it.
She makes it happen. It's really remarkable.
It is. Who needs college anymore these days? There are all kinds of other paths that people can take instead of racking up student loan debt, and one path in particular is seeing a huge increase, and that is going into the military. They once had a huge slump, and that started around COVID, but now signups are way up, and they say this year they're going to surpass their enlisting goals. And it's every branch. It's the Army, it's the Navy, even that Space Force one. People are loving that.
You know why? Because people want to be in the next viral video to make Omar cry. Everyone's signing up. Everyone's signing up.
By the way, people stop sending me those, man.
Yeah, it's so great.
It's like you see my Instagram, all my DMs are like videos of the military.
Anyone who comes back home to surprise their family after being deployed, boy, that makes Omar tear up every time.
It does.
I thought they were just enlisting for the free eggs.
Oh, you get that too? That's part of it.
Yeah, I'm like, well, you get free meals. They probably give you a lot of protein. It's pretty good.
Well, but also remember there was a real shortage of signups, I think even as recently as last year, and then they lowered the standards. I thought that was the big thing.
They did, but they said even though they lowered the standards to get in, the training is going to be the same. Like, they're still going to have just as rigorous a process, but it is easier to sign up now. And they said that they started seeing, like in the last 3 months, a huge uptick. And then also, did you see the Secret Service Super Bowl commercial?
I did. They're
because
hiring.
They're trying to push more, applications for that as well.
Yep.
Have a job in the Secret Service. It's a great career path. All right, they're a hazard. They're dangerous. They're banned from schools. What am I talking about? I'm not talking about vapes or books about being gay. I'm talking about Crocs. Dozens of schools in at least 20 states all across the U.S. have banned students from wearing Crocs to class, and they claim it's because students are struggling to walk, they're more likely to trip, and you might say, hey, just let them fall. It's Darwinism. But in an emergency situation, when everyone has to evacuate quickly, one kid with Crocs trips and they all go down.
Yep.
And I remember when my kid got his first pair of Crocs and he wore them to school, he had scrapes all over himself the next day.
That's just bad parenting on your part. Your kid's way too young to be wearing Crocs.
I didn't get him the Crocs. He was gifted Crocs, and he loves them because that's the only shoe he can put on by himself.
You seem to you fail to understand that you are the decision maker. You have a young child.
He loves the Crocs. What am I supposed to do?
He found a cigarette butt on the street. It's his to eat.
And he can't say it's ours, so it's hilarious.
Quacks. Quacks.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? I take it back. That is funny.
It is funny.
We get into a brand new hour of the show. We do it right now.
Klein Alley Show. 106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Good morning and welcome to your Tuesday here on KROQ. If you stick around with us for the next few minutes or potentially the next few hours, you could end up on a flight to Toronto, Canada to see Mumford & Sons. We got those tickets coming up later this morning. Also, we will get you into the Paley Fest Severance panel. That's happening March 21st
nice.
at Paley Fest. That continues today as well. And who knows, maybe we'll even hear something on the show that you thoroughly enjoy. Later today, we will debut the prank call to my wife to let her know that her stolen car was found. And Jake laid it on pretty thick. And as a result, my marriage will probably never be the same.
Welcome.
I may be single by Valentine's Day. I could be single person spotlight on Friday.
Ooh, get you a Tina.
Speaking of single person spotlight, we will have a single person joining us later today. If you are looking and you've given up on the apps and given up on real life, well, and you've turned to the last place to turn, and that is live interactive radio. A single person will be joining us. Yesterday we did meet Lisa, was her name, I believe, or
yes,
Linda?
Yep.
She, a lot of people sliding in the DMs wanted to go out with her. Even though,
Vanessa, stop.
Let it go,
Thinking
Vanessa.
about her.
Even though she was a Disney adult, she had a lot of assets that made her very dateable. And so a lot of interest in her. We'll meet a new single person later today as well. And if you are single and you are feeling like maybe it's time I do something different than I've ever tried before, slide in our DMs, Klein Alley Show on Instagram, and we could potentially feature you in a single person spotlight at some point this week leading up to Valentine's Day.
Well, and as we've said, it's important to have common interests, and if you have the show as a common interest, you're both weirdos, and you might just get along.
We will unload GOAT together. There's a lot of criticisms, some death threats, critiques, and even some nice things.
Oh.
If you've left any of your thoughts on the Go line, we will unload GOAT together after this one from our buddy Jimmy. It's time for some Jimmy World on KROQ. Klein Alley Show. If you want to join us, we are live and interactive now. The number is 800-520-1067. You can also, if you choose to, you can call us on the GOAT line. That number is 844-956-GOAT. Lots of ways for you to get involved in the show. Let me say, hold on one second. Let's unload GOAT right now. We do it once a week. We go through the GOAT line. We got to make space for more of your calls. We appreciate, every once in a while it's nice things. Sometimes it's you saying, I'm going through a tough part in life. Your show made me laugh. Appreciate you. Other times it's threatening to boycott us or whatever else. It's time for the GOAT line. It starts with this one, Allie, which is more of a warning for society, but based on something you do.
Sweet David's guys. Podcast listener here. I just finished listening to Friday's show, and you guys touched on something that's been kind of worrying me for a little bit here. You have got to stop Allie from using ChatGPT. She's way too stupid to be using that. No. Normally, I'd be like, keep it going, guys. It's pure comedy, listening to her totally F stuff up. But you guys are going to get sued. She keeps spouting stuff on air that's blatantly wrong. Somebody's going to get mad. Anyways, see you.
I think he's referring specifically to when Marcus...
We don't need to talk about what he's referring to. Next call.
Some people may have missed it.
No, I don't think anyone missed it. I think we're good. I'm not using ChatGPT anymore. I'm off it.
Marcus Mumford was here. Allie decided to...
I decided to double-check a fact that I thought was correct. ChatGPT confirmed what I thought was the truth, and then I asked the question, and it turns out that ChatGPT and myself were both wrong. For something very basic that the internet should be able to decipher very quickly.
Yeah, but then even after he corrected you and said you were wrong, you doubled down and then tripled down that you were not wrong.
I did not double down that I was wrong. He said, no, she doesn't have an Oscar. It's not, he said, no, she hasn't gotten it yet. And I thought he meant that it was being sent to her or something. I was confused because I was like, clearly my information couldn't be wrong.
Right.
Then he said, no, she has only been nominated. She's never won. I said, I thought she won for this movie.
Oh, I remember.
And she said, no, I'm not. It's not like I'm telling him you're wrong, I'm right. I was clarifying.
That's what it sounded like a little bit.
Fine.
I won't play.
I have already had this discussion so many times. I'm sick of having the conversation.
I won't play the clip right now because Allie's deleted it. But if I found the clip, I would have played it right now. Here is another message that, of course, is waiting on the GOAT line.
Sweet Dibbits, guys. I love your show, but I would just like to say you guys really need to pull this clip.
Oh, my God. I'm going to punch you in your stupid goddamn face.
The tone is just so funny. Love you guys.
She got real mad yesterday. I think it was at Johnny this time. Allie's gotten mad at us as a team, and she's gotten mad at us individually. And saying that you wanted to punch Johnny in his goddamn face yesterday was one of your best outbursts yet. Here's what it sounded like.
I'm going to punch you in your stupid goddamn face.
That's real aggression right there. That is an angry lady.
That's called a threat.
That is a legitimate
it's called
threat.
A physical threat.
So there's that. Then there's this message that's waiting on the GOAT line. Has to do with Jake the Nerd.
Good morning. I hate what I'm about to say, but I'm going to have to defend Jake here.
No, we don't have time for that message. Anyone who defends Jake will skip right past that immediately.
Has the GOAT line come to this?
I know. We cannot let anyone defend Jake. Who even knows what they'd be defending you for at this point, right?
I have no idea.
Yeah, that's right. So we cannot even waste any time letting you get defended. I'm shocked that there's still GOAT line calls, Allie, about Johnny and his speech at UCLA, but apparently people are finding out about the show after the fact.
Well, it's like when those TED Talks go viral and everybody is like, oh my God, this changed my life. It's so inspiring. That's what's happening.
This message.
Hey guys, I just want to comment about the situation of Johnny when he got invited to UCLA. I think it's one of those dinner for schmucks type things where the people invite the most absurd person they could find so they could win a prize or something.
So someone won a prize by having Johnny go. They were having their own UCLA dinner for schmucks.
So the students today they're talking about Johnny dude, this guy was wearing these glasses and his cardigan and that's so funny.
He thought that he was going to speak to us, and we'll just sit here and pretend we're taking notes.
Because who was else on the panel? There was people from Brazzers there.
Oh yeah. Brazzers, the porn site, and Johnny were speaking to UCLA.
Yeah, kind of like in that movie where the lady could talk to dead
Yeah, we know what you're talking about. Yeah, we get it. So,
what other movies is it like? Let's talk about it.
Once again, the GOAT line is 844-956-GOAT. If you've got anything on your mind at all, good, bad, or otherwise, you can leave them there. Here we go.
Hey, guys, I just wanted to comment on Jake's Venmo request. So usually I would have been on his friend's side, the pilot man or whatever. But
Flight Suit is his friend's name.
I like Pilot Man better.
Jake went over for a pizza and an Uber, and then after the fact got an Uber Venmo request to pay his share.
Because he did say like, hey, let's Uber together to this venue. Hey, are you feeling some pizza? Let's have some pizza. And Jake did agree. However, I will say that just like 2 days ago, my sister, she would be like, hey, Neil, do you want so-and-so? She'll offer like a pizza place or like a Chinese place. And I'll be like, yeah, let's do it. And I'll Venmo you.
See, that's the key. If it's not mentioned in the original conversation of the setting it up, it wouldn't be crazy if someone said, hey, come on over. I'm gonna get, what's a movie like Wicked? What's a movie you're still paying for if you want to like watch it at home, like Wicked or new movie? And he said, come over, we're gonna watch it. And then after the fact, like they send you 2 days later a Venmo request for half the movie. That would be weird.
Yeah, that would be weird. But food is different. But if you have somebody that you're say like they come over every week, like we have friends that come over almost every week, and we kind of take turns ordering food, and it's just known that one person will Venmo the other person. We don't really say it, and if they didn't Venmo me, I wouldn't Venmo request them, but it's just something that's kind of like they figure it out after the fact.
Yeah, but I got beers. I didn't Venmo for beers.
That's right. Jake makes the argument. He brought beverages and didn't send anyone a Venmo request for that. So
and
anyway.
He drank every single beer.
Yeah, no, I did not. The number to leave your messages, comments, critiques, criticisms, 844-956-GOAT. Quick break. Back in a moment with the return of TikTok-Toe. Allie, remember, we thought TikTok was going away forever. We thought we were doing the last ever TikTok-Toe, which is everyone's an expert on TikTok, but we have a very special Valentine's Day one planned. So all people giving love, relationship, and sex advice. If you'd like to play, win yourself some tickets to the Severance panel at Paley Fest on March 21st. Call us now at 800-520-1067. TikTok-Toe, relationship, love, and sex is next.
I think everybody here knows what it means to join the Mile High Club, right?
Oh my God!
It's the KROQ Mile High Club. Get lucky and see your favorite KROQ bands in places all over the world. Destination 4. Climb the CN Tower. Take in a hockey game. Go in the boot and eat all the poutine you can handle. Because it's okay. Free healthcare.
When KROQ sends you to see us, Mumford & Sons in Toronto, Canada.
It's not your phone, but mine.
Listen to 9, 3, and 6.
Qualify all week and instantly score tickets to our show at the Palladium.
Pre-sale starts 10 a.m. Thursday at Ticketmaster. Sign up at agora.gentlemenoftheroad.com. You'll get the chance to see him again in Toronto, Canada.
It's the KROQ Mile High Club, Destination 4. Keep listening to win. Good luck.
Courtesy of Live Nation.
The world famous KROQ.
From Monster Tour Water. Straight up water, nothing else. Visit monstertourwater.com to find a store near you.
KROQ, we are Klein Alley Show. And if you think about UCLA, it's a fine institution, unless, of course, you're a fan of USC, in which case you hate UCLA. Regardless, very difficult to get into. Most people, I think, get rejected. I think you have to have pretty good grades, pretty good test scores, and that's just to be a student there. So imagine the teachers there would be held to an even higher standard.
Absolutely.
We were all equally shocked and surprised when Postmaster Johnny told us that he was
he casually was like, I have to go speak at UCLA later, and we were like, what?
I was convinced he was trying to spell something that was not UCLA, the college. Like, I thought he was going somewhere else completely, and he was trying to spell it, and then I thought maybe he's talking about something near UCLA, because I know he likes to go to the bars by there, because he says they got the good, the better baddies are by the UCLA bars.
I thought he was going to meet a girl at UCLA and talk to her, and that's what he meant by speak at UCLA.
Right, but Johnny, correct me if I'm wrong, you were brought in front of an entire class of people?
Sir, yes, sir.
And you claim, we asked you a little bit about this on the bonus podcast yesterday, that you were speaking to a room full of marine biologists?
One of them was a marine biologist. The other ones were all comms majors.
Comms majors?
Communications. I know It's been a minute since you guys have been in college, but comms is communications.
Right. And you went there for what reason?
I thought it was just going to be arm candy, kind of, but then I ended up talking for a whole hour
Arm
in front of the
candy?
whole class.
You think the teachers and guest speakers bring arm candy?
They would have brought me just be like, hey, this is another kid that's like somewhat of a college age. Like, he's probably going to come along for that.
Right. All right. Why don't I'm going to play some of the audio. Johnny, I may need Johnny to come in the studio to defend himself for this because this audio is crazy. And at some point, apparently, he badmouthed it. Johnny, you understand? I haven't heard this audio yet completely. I know Omar heard some of it and Allie did, but you kind of badmouth us to the room full of students. You
go
know
ahead,
that.
play it. Let's hear it.
Well, you said it.
I know, but I don't remember what I said. But go ahead.
Did you prepare your speech at all?
No, not at all. I thought about it while we ate dinner beforehand, but that was it.
This is Johnny speaking to a class full of 100 students at UCLA.
So, just as Jennifer said, attention span is really, really, really short, especially nowadays. We grew up on, a lot of us grew up in the genesis of social media. And I had to kind of teach my coworkers the importance of that.
You had to teach us the importance of social media?
Yeah, I had to tell you guys. Remember, like, everybody's attention span is super, super short.
Yeah, you have to teach us about the genesis of social
well,
media.
No, I grew up in the genesis of social media. You guys kind of were there.
I grew up in the genesis of Sega Genesis.
Oh, yeah.
That's the genesis.
Genesis does. Immediately, the first video, first 3 seconds, I say, don't say my name, don't say what show I'm on, it has nothing to do with radio. Holding up a box of cereal and the thing about sneaking cereal into the theaters.
Oh, my God.
I felt like a superhero when I said that, too.
Johnny, you're talking about your dumb bit you do?
Sneaking cereal into the theaters. I rest my case.
So wait, you're talking to a room full of kids that obviously know, they don't need you to explain, because they're looking at you like you're some old out-of-touch loser, too.
Well, no, they're actually kids older than me in that class, but that was like...
You're also saying, you're all just spitting out things that are common knowledge nowadays.
Right. Show no attention span anymore. We get it. No one has an attention span.
That goes without saying. But also, too...
Right.
That
you did say.
Did you pick that up at UCLA yesterday?
That was like one of the big talking points that Jennifer wanted to bring up when she brought me. She wanted to bring up me riding the first time on the airplane, me sneaking chicken in my pants, and then just my experience.
Listen to Johnny. He speaks about his idea of sneaking chicken in his pants.
Play it.
He speaks about
he's about to win a Nobel Prize.
Yeah, like
I did.
Right. Imagine a teacher that actually like helped come up with some medical device that cured something.
Yes.
Johnny is speaking about his bringing food in his pants in the movie theater. Like it. Listen to this. I mean,
sneaking cereal into the theaters. What if we did chicken? Me and Klein are big Costco guys. Okay. I was like, let me go get a rotisserie chicken. Go, first video, literally. Sneaking rotisserie chicken into the theaters.
Already messed up the name there. You called it you had it rotisserie, and then you changed it back to rotisserie, you idiot.
That's how I said it in the video.
I know. So he goes.
I said it in the
then we're spitballing. We go, cereal. What can we do next? Rotisserie chicken. We like Costco.
Literally the next day, 130 views. I wake up to 130,000 views. Boom. Okay. It looks like he does it a lot. Oh, they're actually a radio show.
So now he's talking about bringing it back to the show.
Right. So you're saying that you had a genius hit you, bring chicken in your pants into a movie theater. You explained to the kids.
And now it's helping us.
And is anyone watching you as you're doing these?
Dude, they are feverishly taking down notes.
They're taking notes.
Right. Yes.
They are?
Yes. Notepads.
Holy crap.
How to transfer from UCLA.
Yes.
they're all filling out applications for other colleges. USC, transfer portal.
Any other school.
Marco on KROQ. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Hey, no, that was completely genius of UCLA bringing in Postmaster Johnny. You know how, like, when you have little kids, my theory is when you have little kids, so they're misbehaving, so you take them to, like, the county jail and tell them, hey, if you keep misbehaving,
they're going to scared straight them.
Yeah, scared straight. Yeah.
They basically brought Johnny in.
Genius of UCLA.
Yeah, they're very smart. Right. They said, bring in
You
this
drop out, this could be you.
As soon as Johnny left, they're like, so that's what happens when you don't go to UCLA. That's a smart school
That's
right
great.
there. All right, here's the speech continues.
What's radio? Who's Klein and Allie? It was the stepping stones that took its way to get there.
Beautifully said. It was the stepping stones that took its way to get there.
Oh, that's because I talked about stepping stones that took its way to get there. Yep, that's a Johnnyism right there. We had to start out sneaking pie. Then we had to do churro videos.
We had
No, we didn't have to.
Yeah, we did.
We had
You guys wanted it.
I love that this was all a strategic plan.
Yeah.
Yep.
So hold on. The plan was.
I like how Johnny's kind of like putting us in a position where we're forcing him to do all this stuff.
Right. These are all the things you wanted to do. In fact, we told you not to do all these things.
That's why I mentioned that in the speech, too. We had to start out sneaking pie.
We had to.
Yep, we had to.
We had to start small with pie.
We had to start with pie. We had.
Then we had to do churro videos.
Had to do them.
Which we asked you to do consistently, and you did like 2 and then stopped.
Yeah.
Did you tell them that in class?
No, because I told him I was setting it up to talk about fellatio salad and how
right.
that was the
That's
end
the big
game.
cliche. Yeah,
and these were all steps to get to
We
that.
started with pie. We ended at fellatio salad.
Yep.
Meeting adjourned.
Wow, what are we doing here, guys? Seriously.
No, he's got a lot to say.
Yeah.
My job is just to get the eyes, give her an alley-oop so that her and her sales associates could close down and just slam dunk that.
What?
Good analogy. That is so good.
He's the guy providing the alley-oops.
Yes.
Your
I'm
job is to give an alley-oop so that sales can then slam dunk that.
Dude, I'm Austin Reeves throwing up an alley-oop to Anthony Davis or LeBron James, and the sales team just slam dunks it. And
so that is kind of
the dumbest thing we've ever heard.
Why? We're all doomed.
That is a scary look at the future. Anyway, stay in school, kids. This has been
an example of how we use talent in radio. Everything Johnny just spoke about.
Oh boy, we are doomed.
I know what they want to see. They want to see us do that like Kendrick Lamar thing was like bing, boom, bam, boom, bam, bing, bang.
That's what they want to see, kids.
That's what people want.
If any educators are listening and would like Johnny to speak at your institution, be it an elementary school, an obedience school, another college, please call. Johnny is available to speak to any classes effective immediately. He's got a whole... who knew he had such a patter down?
All
Allie?
the kids are writing down bing, bong, boom.
Can you say that bing, bong, boom thing again? I'm sorry, I
Write
left
that
off...
on the whiteboard, please.
I got bong,
bing, boom, bam, boom, bam, bing, bang.
How do we spell that, Johnny?
Bing that they really understand. It's our bread and butter. It's all we got.
All we got. That's all we got, guys. That's it. It's our bread and butter. That's all we got.
I forgot what we were talking about right there, but yeah.
We're experiencing the same things that everybody else is. Whether it's wildfires, elections, homeless, Allie's son gets sick a lot or gets hurt a lot. So
are you just riffing right now?
The whole thing is a riff. You're not supposed to stand up there with a piece of paper. I'm going to look so unprofessional if I did that.
Homeless. Allie's kid gets sick a lot.
But yeah, it doesn't seem like you're staying on the topic.
Yeah, what is the point
like,
you're
what
making
direction
here?
are you going?
Didn't the first thing you
Are
said?
you throwing darts at something?
No, that was talking about like relating and connecting with the community, and I was like, we're like the average Joe. Allie's a mom that has a kid that gets sick and hurt too.
Oh,
and
that's
like,
what okay, got it.
Didn't you start this whole thing by saying people have a short attention span?
You know what's crazy?
I think we got a bing, bong, boom.
I had thrown a little spice. I sympathize with Allie's long questions because when I get in front of them, when I'm standing up there, I'm like, I just want to keep talking.
And then you're like, what am I saying? I don't even know.
There was one time I did that.
Anyway, a lot of, the text line is overflowed with comments about this. Johnny, of course, speaking at UCLA. This is just some of it.
Allie's son gets sick a lot or gets hurt a lot. So does the mom in Santa Clarita. A great question. Thank you.
You chopped that up. You chopped that up.
Who asked that question? What was the question?
This other girl named Allie that was wearing a hoodie that said orgy. She had asked the question.
What was the question?
I honestly don't.
KROQ, we are Klein Alley Show.
How to get in a guy's head. How to make him freaking obsessed with you.
You want the answer, don't you? Yeah, everyone on TikTok is an expert. We're turning this little game here on KROQ called Tic-Tac-Toe. 3 in a row, you win. All you got to do is agree or disagree with the people that work on the show, as we are also going to try to answer the same exact questions that the, quote, experts on TikTok answered. Everyone on TikTok is a coach, an expert at makeup. In this particular case, because Valentine's Day is on Friday, it's all love and dating advice from experts. And even though we say experts, they're really just regular people.
That probably are in failing relationships themselves.
But they speak confidently into a little microphone. And when you see someone speaking confidently into a tiny microphone, you say to yourself, they must know what they're talking about.
Why is it so tiny?
Why
is it so tiny?
It must be an expert. It's time for Tic-Tac-Toe.
You post on TikTok life advice, and it's got me feeling so nice. This is Tic-Tac-Toe. Can you get 3 in a row? Show your skills, play some Tic-Tac-Toe on the show. Tic-Tac-Toe.
All right, 3 in a row wins you a pair of tickets to the Severance panel at Paley Fest on March 21st. What a show, and you will get there with the cast and the crew and ask some questions. It's always a good time. All right, let's say hi to Carlos. Carlos, you will be the contestant in Tic-Tac-Toe this morning. Carlos, how goes it?
Awesome. Good,
All
good.
right.
How's it going?
It's going fine. Sweet Divots, here's what's going to happen now. Just like on that show, Hollywood Squares, you just have to say you agree or disagree with someone from this show that will attempt to answer the same questions as the TikTok experts. So we will start with this one, and I believe Jake the Nerd will be your expert. Here we go.
When a guy likes you, there's one speed he's going to take.
When a guy likes you, there is one speed he's going to take. Jake the Nerd, what do you believe that speed is?
Well, I only know this because I've heard about it, not from experience.
Thank you.
But, like, when a guy really likes a girl, like, he doesn't wait to call her. He gets a number. He doesn't do that the whole thing where he's like, I got to wait 3 days so she doesn't know I like her too much. He texts her right away. He moves in. He goes fast.
All right, Jake says the speed is fast. Do you agree or disagree with Jake? Keep in mind, we're just looking for a match with the TikTok expert.
I think I agree with Jake.
You're going to agree with Jake. All right, so here we go. Jake says the speed is fast. Let's find out what the TikTok expert says.
When a guy likes you, there's one speed he's going to take. Okay, welcome to the Daddy Academy.
He is an expert.
Welcome to the Daddy Academy.
That's right, Allie.
Excuse me?
That is an accredited university, and the man who is running the Daddy Academy is going to tell us what the one speed is. That
Girls 101, move fast if
all
you
right.
find the right one.
This is
Daddy
Does
Academy.
he call himself the Mac Daddy, by the way?
I don't know what he refers
No, he has
to
different ones.
himself as.
Mac Daddy, Zaddy. There's all these different types of daddies that he is.
First of all, no one besmirch do not disrespect the dean of the Daddy Academy, okay?
When a guy likes you, there's one speed he's going to take. Okay, welcome to the Daddy Academy. And it should look like this. Within 48 hours of meeting you on a dating app, okay? So there's no taking it slow. If a guy really likes you, this is the way he'll go about it, and it will only increase over time. More communication over time, more dates over time.
So I guess he's saying, like what Jake said is, there's one speed only, and that's fast. In the Daddy Academy, Allie, there is no going slow.
So that we can move through you quicker.
That's right. You got to plow through, and
let's escalate this, get to the sex part so that I can toss you out the window.
You listen, 3 in a row, you win. You just got 1 in a row. That's very exciting. And now we go to question 2. Allie will be your expert with question number 2, and it's a lady on TikTok, and she is going to give you this valuable piece of information. Let's find out what it is.
How to get in a guy's head. How to make him freaking obsessed with you.
All right, how to get in a guy's head and how to make him freaking obsessed with you. She's an expert because she is on TikTok. Allie, what do you believe she is going to say?
Well, this is my wheelhouse, Klein.
Yeah, I know.
I know what men want when it comes to women. And I think the way, what she's going to say is how to get into a man's head is to ask him for D-pics. Ask him and then compliment him on all of the different aspects of his D.
All right, agree or disagree? Allie clearly is a gay lady because that was a stupid answer. But Carlos, it only matters what you think. Do you agree or disagree that Allie's going to match with the TikTok expert?
Well, seeing that her wife is cheating on her, I'll have to disagree with her.
Disagree. Let's find out, according to the TikTok expert, how to really make sure that a guy is obsessed with you.
Now, I don't know if you're going to want to do this because they are going to be all over you. There will be no more chasing needed by your end. They're going to be wrapped around your little finger. Text him his name and then don't answer.
Text him his name and then don't answer. This is
the
manipulation
stupidest
101.
answer.
She's an expert because her microphone is little. Here's what she says.
None. Done. We're ghost. We're gone. There is no response after that. He is going to be first kind of freaking out, kind of shitting himself, but then he's going to get into like, oh crap, I really want to know what she wants to say, whatever, and be so invested in you and in that conversation for as long as you don't answer. And then once it is a couple hours, and when I say a couple, I mean about 4 to 5 hours later, then you can say, oh crap, I totally forgot what I was going to say.
This is her plan.
This is the Mommy Academy.
He will be wondering about it for days.
He will be thinking about it for days. So all you have to do if you want to be
about how dumb of a bitch that is.
stuck in a man's head
Seriously.
is you have to text him his name only.
Sorry,
and then,
I forgot what I was going to say. Okay, you dumbass. But they're like, this woman's an idiot.
Hey,
She's the one for
Carlos
me.
did not agree with you, and Carlos is right. So he's got 2 in a row. Now we're getting somewhere. One more and you win. This is very exciting. This is the final one. Omar Khan will be the expert here. And this is what it is. It's the love relationship edition of Tic-Tac-Toe in time for Valentine's Day. Here is your TikTok expert. Here we go.
Men fall in love with women through one thing and one thing only. And
all right, men fall in love
Gazungas.
with women. Omar says gazungas.
No.
Right, Vanessa?
Carlos.
Vanessa, you with me?
You know she is. Carlos, do you agree or disagree with Omar? Once again, if you get this right, then you are 3 in a row. You win Tic-Tac-Toe.
Actually, I love the answer, but I disagree with them.
Disagrees with Omar. Let's find out.
Men fall in love with women through one thing and one thing only. And it's not loyalty. It's not physical intimacy.
It's gazungas.
And then he goes,
here's what he says.
It's not anything that you might think it is. Well, number one way in which a man falls in love with a woman is one word, and that is respect.
Oh, lame.
Thought it would be gazungas.
We've lived our whole lives without that.
Respect. Carlos, congratulations. 3 in a row. Tic-Tac-Toe. You win, all right?
Thank you.
All right, beautiful. And you are officially now a graduate of the Daddy Academy. So you got that going for you as well.
Thank God Tic-Tac-Toe hasn't been banned.
Thank God. I'm starting to get on board with the TikTok ban now after hearing all of those experts. This is KROQ. We are a Klein Alley show. Good morning. Single person spotlight coming up next hour. If you are single and looking as we get closer and closer to Valentine's Day, fear not, you could find someone. And I'm going to tell you right now, you may think this is a very strange way to meet potentially your next boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. But Jake is currently still with Tina, I think, and they met through this radio show. She called in for some live Tinder.
He still won't call it a relationship, though.
Well, I thought, didn't she just... Jake, in all seriousness, because people do have questions, What is the current status? Because I know you were not happy that we.
Status is that we hung out all last weekend, and we're gonna hang out on Valentine's Day.
Okay, that's not a box to check. If you have to check single or in a relationship, which one are you checking?
I'm in a thing. It's a thing.
It's a thing. Yeah, most people are in things now. No one likes titles on anything anymore. It's a situationship or whatever.
I'm not trying to date anybody else. I'm not trying to go on dates with anybody else.
What is the most recent request she's made of you?
Oh, she wants me to call her every day.
Well, even the way you just said that, man, is so problematic.
Yeah, there was such disdain in your voice.
Yeah, she wants you to call her every day.
I'm with Jake.
I have nothing to say.
There's no need to call your significant other or otherwise every single day.
Yeah, I think it's important.
I think with texting, I think there's all kinds of ways that you can catch up with each other throughout the day without scheduling a phone call.
I think texting is mindless, and I think the call, even though it feels like not a lot, probably gets accomplished. Even if it's a minute, 2 minutes long, I think there's something useful there. Hearing each other's voices, connecting at a different level.
Klein, I've heard you on many phone calls, and your phone calls are very mindless.
That's right. The most mindless.
You can be mindless with anything if you really put your mind to it.
You can be, but this is still in the courting process. I mean, technically, Jake, you should still be in the fun part.
If I could find out a way to say a octopus emoji, I would make a call.
Why don't you use AI to do the calls for you? It feels like now the technology is there.
That's above my pay grade. I don't know how to do that.
Well, you could figure it out.
It's literally free through our company.
Yeah, you dupe your voice and then boom, you just set it up a call every day.
That seems harder than actually calling.
It is a lot of effort.
So I just call.
So what are you so opposed to? So this girl puts up with you. Apparently likes.
I just don't got anything to say. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, the car ride up to Big Bear would definitely prove that wrong. You got plenty to say when you're stuck in a car with Klein.
You have no shortage of stupid things to talk about.
I never get to talk to Klein.
Yes, you do. You see him every day.
Yeah, you see us.
I don't say anything to
him.
You
know all those things you try to bring up in our meeting and we kind of move past them really quickly?
Well, then I have a captive audience. I can finally tell you those things.
I mean, but it is strange because technically you're still in the honeymoon period. Right. You really don't know everything about this lady, so there should be so many things you guys could talk about.
Don't you have questions about her? Like, don't you have what are her hopes and dreams? Where would she want to go in the world if she could travel? Something? Don't you care about any of that stuff?
Well, give me a list of questions. No. And the next time I call her, I'll ask them all those questions.
Well, do all the work for me, and maybe I'll look into it.
Jake, why would I give you a list of questions? This is your relationship.
Because I don't have any questions to ask. She doesn't ask me anything.
You don't want to know more about her and her life?
Sure.
Oh, my God. Jesus Christ.
I can't wait for this phone call.
When you're writing in your journal every night, which I assume you're still doing because that's your forced resolution, are you writing about her at all? Like, is it like a diary situation, or are you just writing stupid, accounts of the day?
Both.
Give me a recent excerpt from your journal. As you know, Jake's forced resolution for the second year in a row is forced journaling. And I always like hearing what Jake's thinking about. I mean, I really don't like hearing about it, but his journal entries are interesting, I think, at the very least.
All right. Thanks to the Super Box, I watched a UFC event at my house for the first time in years. I'm not the biggest UFC fan, but I enjoy it. I actually thought about taking jiu-jitsu classes to try to toughen up.
Oh, my God.
But then I learned that I had to take off my bracelets, and I was like, no, thank you. I do think adults who take martial arts are a little weird. I took Taekwondo when I was a kid, and one of the instructors was a woman who told me to hit her in the stomach as hard as I could. And I was like, no. I'm not going to punch a lady. And I still have never hit a woman. But I have been hit by women, and that is messed up because there are no men's shelters.
Okay.
Anyways, good night, Journal. I love you.
He makes a good point.
That's a beautiful entry in your journal.
I'm donating this to the battered men's shelter.
Jake, I think you should spend maybe more time writing about your relationship and less about working on your little material about martial arts.
I disagree. I think this was one of his best ones.
Yeah.
It is weird to, I mean, if she's like, punch me in the stomach as hard as you can, you're like,
child.
this is...
Yeah, but they know how to. The professional martial artists, they know how to take they know how to take that punch. She wasn't intimidated by Jake.
No, I realize that, but I also realize how that would be weird for a kid who doesn't know all that yet.
Yeah, I get it.
But don't do anything as an adult, Jake. That's just, you're weird enough as it is.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so you're still writing in your journal.
Yeah, I'm writing my journal.
Okay, great.
I think you should start sharing your journal with Tina. I think that would be a lovely bonding experience.
That's fine.
Maybe she would share more with you if you shared more of your personal thoughts with her.
That's great.
He's not happy. We'll take a quick break. When we get back, we'll get to your...
Oh, she just texted me.
Oh, boy.
She said she's going to hit me.
You go right to that shelter.
There you go.
The World Famous KROQ. Klein Alley Show. KROQ.
Hey, it's Klein. K-Rock, Klein Alley Show. How long would you survive if you went on a hike and things didn't go according to plan and your Apple Watch isn't working and you make a left instead of a right and then you find yourself, as Weezer says here, lost in the woods. Lost in the woods. Because it seems like this is the season where that is happening more and more and more.
Well, yeah, that happened with in Joshua Tree, that couple. They were like on a day hike and they almost died. They had to get helicopter rescued. And then there was that other guy who just got rescued after 10 days and he was drinking a gallon of water every single day. That's how he lived.
And I also think, and there has been no proof of this yet, but because of how easy it is to get edibles now, mushrooms, etc. And I think that people go like, well, this hike is going to be boring. What can we do to make it less boring? And someone says, we'll take a handful of edibles. Great idea. It is that much more likely that you will realize that we have no idea where the hell we are. And at that point, either you're one of these people that does what you're supposed to do, I think, which is just like stay put and hope that someone finds you, or you just keep going.
Well, these are also the people that go. They don't stay on the path. They don't stay on the trail. These are like, I'm so experienced. I'm going to literally create my own path, and then that's why they get lost, right, Allie? Or no?
I think that there are a couple things happening, both having to do with phones. Number one, influencers and Instagram makes us feel like we need to veer off the beaten path to get a cool cliff picture.
And that's a fact.
Then we're lost.
That's a fact.
Secondly,
if anyone sees a path in your picture, loser. If there's any path or semblance of a path.
Unless there's like a cool tree bridge.
Yeah, listen, I've seen these people that take pictures. When there's a path there, I go, loser. You got to be in the middle of the woods. You go, all right, that person's cool.
Exactly.
They know what they're doing.
Secondly, nobody is used to finding their own way anymore because of Google Maps. Everyone is just mindlessly following a map that is on their phone in front of their faces. So as soon as you're left to your own devices out in the wilderness, if you don't have reception or something, I think people get lost more than ever now out on hikes because they're so dependent on GPS.
So let's see how
And their phone has a stupid compass.
Yeah,
like, use that.
You would think that would, but once again, once our phone dies, gets overheated, batteries, or you're out of range.
Exactly. Having an actual compass is the best thing, but a lot of people don't know how to read those.
Would not have any idea what that even meant or did. I would probably throw it or try to use it to, I don't know, eat it or something. I think that's what
it's pretty easy to use, man.
But Omar, it wouldn't matter to me because even if I say, okay, that's north, that
you would drink the water inside
that means
of it.
Nothing to me.
He'd break it out. Real survival man stuff here. Yeah. And it's poisonous, so that would probably kill him.
Whatever. So I want to go out. Good final meal. Oh, man, I'm in the mood for some north. I'm going to eat some north. I don't know what that, even if I had a compass, I'm saying, and it said, I don't even know. I've lived in LA since 2006. If someone said, I'm lost in the wilderness or up in the canyons, I wouldn't know if I have to go north, south, east, or west. It would mean I have to go down, probably.
Well, here's the thing, and we can do a little quiz here to determine how long you guys would survive in the wilderness.
5 minutes.
Just question number one, if you could only take one object with you on your hike other than water, what would you take? What is the one object you should take that will help you the most?
Well, clearly one of those delicious compasses we just talked about. Yummy. I think the one other item with me on the hike. Well, is there a right answer?
Yes.
Oh,
there's a top 5, but I would say there is a clear number 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Xbox?
No, you don't have.
And this is aside from your hiking gear that you already have, like good shoes and clothes and stuff.
Shoes and clothes you have, and you have water.
Those are all okay.
What is the one item you get?
What?
Is there one item you already get or no?
I said water.
Just water.
Okay, water. I wouldn't take.
You're
that.
already dead, man.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I would not take water. I would bring
take vodka.
Mickey's Big Mouth, wide mouth, malt liquor.
Okay, Omar, you're going to take this seriously. What would you take?
I am taking it seriously. If I'm going to the woods,
it's definitely some sort of tool because I think a tool is going to be helpful. I'm trying to figure out exactly what tool would be the best. I was thinking maybe like a pickaxe or a shovel, but I'm going to go with a knife because I think a knife is a good overall utility thing. You could kind of dig a little bit, cut, and I think you could defend yourself and possibly kill some animals.
Interesting.
I have the answer. Magnifying glass.
Why? So you can kill bugs?
So you can do that cool thing with the light.
It's going to be nighttime, dude.
All right, what about you?
Jake probably, he's an outdoors guy. He probably knows the answer.
By the way,
I think this is where Jake is going to live.
Jake always looks like he just got found. And when they showed
he does.
When they showed the guy yesterday that got found after he was missing for 10 days.
I was like, oh my God, Jake.
I thought it was a picture of Jake. This is how Jake looks every day, like he just got discovered in the woods.
His look, that's a good look, man.
So what would you take, Jake?
The one thing I would take if I was going to be up all night is like beef jerky, some kind of snack. If you have beef jerky,
a snack?
You're such an idiot.
You're going to be hungry. And if you have beef jerky, hang on.
You don't know if you're going to be there.
If you have beef jerky, the sodium in it helps you not to cramp up. So there you go.
How long before you eat your dog?
I think we die together.
She would eat you. She would eat you so quick and be so mad.
She totally would. She'd love eating your corpse.
That her meal was so smelly.
All right, the number one thing you're supposed to take is you're right, the delicious compass, some form of navigation, compass, GPS map, whatever. The second thing is some kind of fire starter, some way to start a fire, and then a first aid kit and a knife. Those are the top 4. All right, you're lost on the trail. You got no service. What's the best method to use to try and get back to safety? You're trying to orient yourself, get back to your car, whatever it is.
Flares. Road flares.
Did you pack those with you?
Nope. But I would have. That's what I say. God, I wish I had flares.
All right, Omar?
So you're, I would guess you're trying to backtrack. So you're trying to kind of center yourself and see if you could spot any footsteps, if anything looks familiar that you passed, and then, head in that general direction and start yelling help.
Okay, Jake?
What's the question?
You're lost. Well, what's the best method to get back to safety if you're lost and you've lost the trail?
If you can find water, head downstream. If you're getting dark, head towards sunset or the other direction, which way your car was.
All right.
That's what I was
saying. You're all dead.
Great.
You have to. No. This is like the number one reason people die is because they don't know how to get back to where they were.
Well, that's all the time we have for this, so we'll give you the answer.
You have to create like landmarks, create markers. You got to make short little trips and track yourself, and then you can go back to your original location. You go farther and farther every day, and you spread out and make like kind of a map of the area yourself.
Oh. Who's got that kind of time?
Yeah. Well, if you're lost in the wilderness, you have a lot of time.
Yeah, but the whole idea is while you're even doing your little journey, you stop along the way, you tie little ribbons to trees and stuff. So if you have to go back.
This is after you're lost. You're not just doing this on every hike.
I'm just jumping off the cliff at this point.
There was a story about a woman who died, I think it was 100 meters from the trail because she just did it. She was like, God. I don't know where I'm going. And she just died because she didn't know how to find the trail again.
Text right here from 208 says MMA lessons should go on the wheel of forced resolutions next year. One of us is forced as an adult to take some MMA lessons, or even better, join a kids karate class.
Oh my God! Only with the kids. That'd be
Only
so
with
much.
children.
See them break open a brick and then you can't do it.
We'll get into a brand new hour of the show, but first we'll get into your news, which starts right now on KROQ. Thanks for listening on the radio, streaming, podcasting, or perhaps you're watching us as we are currently on YouTube. You can find us on KROQ's YouTube and see what it looks like in this studio and see what Allie's wearing right now. It is hot.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
So, Luka Doncic. Did I do that right?
Nope. But you committed.
Doncic officially made his Laker debut. The Lakers did win by almost 20 points. Luka got 14 points, and he got a pretty gnarly elbow to his face as well. But fans did go to the game, and it was sold out, and they were all gifted Luka 77 shirts, which is super annoying considering I won a raffle ticket to what I thought was going to be Luka's first game, and it ended up being the most skippable game of the season. I walked away with the Lakers fanny pack, and all the people from last night got an iconic 77 free T-shirt.
You know, those are already reselling for a lot of money online.
What about my fanny pack?
It is not reselling for anything.
I can fit a phone in it.
I believe it, Allie. That's going to be yours to keep.
They had so many extra, too.
I know.
It's
I
like
believe
so
it.
many extra.
It's when they start trying to give you more than one. You're like, I don't. There's only so
I
many.
have 3.
There's a fanny pack inside this fanny pack.
I don't need more fanny packs. Thank you, Lakers.
But Luka is already making friends himself. I mean, even though he was already making plenty of friends, but he's made himself even more likable by donating $500,000 to Fireleaf, and he sent a note from his foundation signed "Your New Neighbor."
Yeah, what a way to come into this city, huh? I mean, it was already exciting because obviously this guy's a superstar.
I know, it's the neighbor that's like, "Hey, I'm not a serial killer. Here's a souffle, everybody."
That's a real donation right there. $500K. I mean,
is.
those other Lakers that haven't put up that kind of money, they could. I mean, that's
He could have just done it anonymously.
could have. You're right. Could have done it, but I understand.
I got a huge problem with this look at me guys over here doing that. Ugh.
You're upset that Luka came in and immediately dropped $500,000 for a
No, that he made it so public. Like, come on, dude. It's all for show. Oh yeah, I'm on your LA Lakers, man. Here, I'm gonna make this public. Oh, shut up, dude. Just donate the money and move on about your day.
No.
Well, he has a foundation, so it seems like he donates to things regularly. Doesn't that make you a good person?
Not necessarily.
I think the thought process is, yes, hey, look at me, but also maybe if I'm an influential person, maybe I inspire other people to follow in my footsteps and do something good as well.
But I get Omar's point in the sense of if the rest of the team hasn't put up that kind of money, and he's like, "Hey guys, hi, welcome. I'm on the team now. Sorry, I'm just such a good guy."
It would be annoying if you're one of the other Lakers and you're like, "Man, I have not put any money into."
Come on, step up, James Worthy.
And now he's not a Laker anymore.
He's not?
No, it's been a while.
So they give like $100 to somebody,
It's been a while.
or they like drop dog food off at a donation center.
Let's
and they're
go,
like,
Kareem. Come on, Kareem. Step it up.
Yes, people continue to leave California, but what if California leaves for a change? We don't need you. What if California joined another nation and wasn't the U.S.'s problem anymore? Doesn't sound likely, but it is interesting, especially considering Denmark is the country that allegedly wants to buy us. This is all according to a new petition. And, I mean, if you think about it, Denmark is always on one of those lists of, like, happiest countries in the world, and California, adding it to Denmark would make it even happier. They promise that California will deliver more sunshine, dominance in the tech industry, limitless avocado toast, and easy access to Disneyland. And in this petition, they say they are open to renaming Disneyland to honor the fairy tale and Danish poet Hans Christian Andersen.
You know, the reason that Denmark is doing this thing is I think it's more of like they're trying to take a shot back at Trump because he keeps saying he wants to buy Greenland, I believe is what it is.
Yeah.
So they're going, how absurd is it coming from us that we're going to say we're going to buy? Well, okay, that's fine. We're going to go buy California.
Well, according to this, if each Danish,
right? Resident or something?
I have to know what I'm going to be called after this.
Right. Idiot is what you're going to be called, Allie.
They would each have to put up $28,000 to buy us. Every citizen.
Yeah,
That seems like not that much.
Or Lego could just probably do it.
Step it up.
Yeah.
All right.
Because they can literally make it happen.
I'm
Don't they
not-
have $1 trillion?
I'm not opposed.
So Green Day is getting their own comedy film thanks to Live Nation. It's going to be called The New Year's Rev. And it's about 3 friends that are played by 3 different people, not Green Day. And they mistakenly believe that their band is opening for Green Day on New Year's Eve. So it's like kind of like an 80 for Brady road trip to go get to Green Day so we can open for them.
That's a funny concept.
Yeah, and the road trip is also based on Green Day and their years living in a tour van. So a lot of it is kind of similar to their life that they had together while they were on the road, but it's also, just a comedy narrative.
I have a clip from the movie.
With Green Day at the end.
Omar has a clip. Go ahead, Omar.
Green Day may be the greatest trio since Snap, Crackle, Pop.
That's not from the movie.
That guy's opening for Green Day.
That's not the case.
It's so weird.
That's just a regrettable clip that won't just die already. Stupid. Dumb joke I said.
That's a pretty new clip, though, right?
It doesn't
I think it was
matter.
a couple years ago.
It's definitely worth retiring. Killers now, then a brand new hour of the show next, right here on KROQ.
.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Oh yeah, good morning and welcome to your Tuesday. Here we are on KROQ, Klein Alley Show. In less than an hour, get you on that standby boarding list so that you can be a part of KROQ's Mile High Club. Destination number 4 puts you in Toronto, Canada, with a little band by the name of Mumford & Sons. Plus, you'll get tickets to see their shows just announced right here at Palladium, Hollywood Palladium. You will get your ass into that show.
We're at the Pantages.
Wrong. It's the wrong venue, Klein.
Oh,
Shut
sorry.
up. That's the Palladium. It's the
Love
Palladium.
it, KK.
Also, this hour on the show, you will get to hear my marriage unravel before your very ears. Prank call that we had been planning for a few weeks to my wife about her stolen car.
Oh, finally, I can't wait. I've been waiting all show.
It's definitely leading to some real personal problems for me, but I think it'll be worth it for your enjoyment. And I guess that is probably the biggest problem with the show, and maybe the thing that people like most about the show is that we sacrifice our own personal relationships on a daily basis to bring you just a little bit more entertainment on your commute into work.
Klein, it's a win-win because we get the joy of the phone call and you get the joy of trying to fix chaos, and that's where you thrive. Things are falling apart, and that's your comfort zone.
My phone's been buzzing throughout the show today, and it's not all her, but every time I think it's her, I go, oh man, someone tipped her off. So I'm just be cool.
Be cool, guys.
We'll
Don't
play the
DM
call.
her.
You get to hear, stop it. So don't even put that out there. Oh, man. All right, let's get into this from Muse, and then we're going to meet an old lady that's going to give you the secret of living forever. Here's a tease.
If I smoked, and I said, heaven's sake, no.
Oh, man. She is 106.
And she didn't smoke?
And she...
Or she is smoking.
I think she's currently smoking. We'll find out what her secret is. If you'd like to live forever and ever and ever, don't go anywhere. Your secret for eternal life is next on KROQ. Klein Alley Show. How would you like to live forever? Everyone's trying to figure out a way to cheat death. How can I go ahead and make this ride last a little bit longer? Do a million things, eat a little better, work out more. But then you get the old people, the people that live to be 105, 106, 107, and the news knocks on their door and they immediately demand, give us the secret. And the old people sometimes, I'm convinced at least, are giving us bad intel. They're trying to kill us off young so that they get all the glory. If everyone's living to 107, it's not a big deal. It's not newsworthy anymore.
And I think they're just lying so that they can get the news crews away from them, because as soon as you turn 100, you have cameras in your face every single year.
Right.
People knocking on your door, shoving a microphone, going, what's the secret? Oh, yeah, you're 100 years young, and all that bull crap.
You know, the irony is when you really want the camera in your face is when you're 26 and still have good skin.
Seriously.
You don't want a camera in your face shoved in your face when you're 103.
We're like, let's close in on these wrinkles, guys. Come on. 4K.
Curtains closed and sit in that dark room until I die. But the old people, of course, they cannot hide, and we share with you their secrets so that hopefully you too can live forever. It's time for Old People Secrets.
From chicken brain to drinking rain, not getting laid, they call me the barmaid.
They call me the barmaid.
That's right. Let's live forever with Sweet Dibbit.
Sweet Dibbit.
Time for some old people secrets.
All right, 106. Nothing to sneeze at, Ellie. That's a real one right there. She's almost the age of...
I think if she sneezes, she'll die.
She can't sneeze. 106, and she's going to share with us her secret. We'll, of course, gamble on that, but let's take a listen.
Well, there was no alcohol at this party, but there...
Forget it.
Okay. She's all... What a high-maintenance bitch now.
What a boring party
I guess this lady doesn't have any alcohol at her thing.
Imagine getting sent over to that party to cover the story. Be like, at the very least, I'll throw down a few vodkas.
Would you like some prune juice?
Well, there was no alcohol at this party, but there was plenty of cake.
Oh, boy.
Keyword was.
Yeah. She's rubbing her belly as she tells the story.
Kahala woman celebrated her 106th birthday and let us in on the secrets of living a long life. Happy birthday!
They have to yell it because, as you're about to find out, the woman unfortunately can't hear anything. So I don't even know why they're going through the song, because at this point she cannot hear. They have to write things on a board for her.
What was in that cake?
It sounds like that's where all the alcohol was.
Margie Mackett knows birthdays. This candle represents 106 years.
Also,
what a name. What was her name?
Margie Mackett.
I love it.
But it's...
I'm Margie Mackett.
It's sad when you get to a point where all of your candles are represented by one candle. That gets to a weird place again. Like
I think that in the home they've run into this problem.
Right, because of budget cuts.
And also a fire hazard. I mean,
so many candles.
Ask a 105-year-old woman to blow out 105 candles. That is going to...
You don't have to do 105 candles, because that could take all day. You could do 11 candles and say it's 105, and they would probably believe you. But to do that one sad one in the middle, it's just...
And she still can't blow it out?
Yeah, she can't. And who wants old people blowing all over a cake anyway?
Wow.
The amount of saliva and gum in that? Ugh.
Sure, Mackett's hearing isn't what it used to be, but her brain's still sharp. If you write on this whiteboard, she'll carry on a conversation with you. Ask her how she met her husband.
You have to write on a whiteboard?
What the hell?
I love it.
She can't hear. And so as a result, you write down on the whiteboard. And
Maggie, look.
And then she will respond to the
Hello.
whiteboard.
Ask her how she met her husband of 50 years. She remembers it exactly.
I'd gone up to marry an old boyfriend and changed my mind, thank the Lord.
So she was apparently about to marry a different guy, and then she met this guy and decided to completely stiff the boyfriend.
Ugh, love it. What a slut.
Kind of slutty behavior, right?
It was 1932 on that boat ride back from Los Angeles to Hawaii.
Ooh. That's called the slut cruise. She was riding back from L.A. to Hawaii, and that's when she, I guess, cheated on her boyfriend with this guy that became her husband.
That she met on a cruise?
She met Bill. He was also returning home.
The first thing he asked me was if I smoked, and I said, heaven's sakes, no.
Sounds like you do.
So, yeah.
Sounds like you are a cigarette.
And so he said, well, I wouldn't have bothered to gotten acquainted if you said yes.
Anyone got that one or no?
I wouldn't have bothered to get acquainted if you'd said yes.
Oh, so he said right there that would have been a deal breaker.
You know
right
what,
out the
though?
gate.
Back then, it was probably you were lame if you didn't.
Right, everyone was smoking then.
Everybody was smoking. It was like, you don't smoke, do you? And people would probably lie and be like, sure I do.
I think smoking had health benefits back then. It's like Surgeon General if you didn't smoke, I believe.
She never did smoke or drink, and she's been a vegetarian all her life.
Oh, man.
God, her
That
poor
kid has a few more tips to living a long life.
All right, guys. Here we go. What are her tips now? She's 106. We already learned a little about her. Doesn't smoke, doesn't drink, vegetarian, cheats on her boyfriend. What else do you believe? What do you believe she's going to say is her secret to living this long and still being able to string a sentence together, which is impressive, once again?
I think she's going to have some, it's going to be like a teaspoon of baking powder.
Some weird old...
Down the hatch every day. Yeah, it's going to be some kind of weird kitchen
teaspoon
hack.
of baking powder down the hatch. Omar, what will be her secret?
Yeah. Ah, man, she strikes me as some sort of hippie because she's like a vegetarian, so... no meat. You know what? She's probably like an animal lover. I'm going to say, keep a pet around or some BS like that.
Companionship with a pet. Jake the nerd.
Eat right, exercise.
Eat right. I believe Jake said eat right and exercise.
Good job, Klein.
I can
Get
speak
one word of
Jake.
that.
Here we go. This is her secret.
Don't overeat, one thing. And choose your food carefully. And
Did you say chew your food carefully? Choose your food
I learned
carefully.
that.
don't eat a lot of junk food. And exercise.
Jake!
What?
Jake, you got it, dude. And exercise.
Of course, there's an exception. Cake once in a while isn't so bad. Her husband, Bill, died in 1987.
What a strange... That was the
What a
weirdest...
segue. Cake once in a while is okay. Bill's dead.
That was the weirdest transition in the history of the old people news stories. The happiest thing in the world, cake, to the saddest thing in the world, death of a
Let me
husband.
write it on the whiteboard.
Flavors
Your
of cake,
husband is dead.
chocolate, vanilla, dead husband.
Her husband, Bill, died in 1987.
Oh, okay, that's...
Her big birthday wish this year?
If it's the Lord's will for me, I'd like to live a little longer.
There you go. She wants to live a little longer. I don't know why, but she does. So there you go. Exercise and eat right. That's what the old person says.
I think when you're that old, your memory goes so much that every day is like a new day. You just it's like blank slate. Must be a nice feeling.
If you are single, yesterday we met a woman who is single in our single person spotlight as we get closer and closer to Valentine's Day. We're about to meet a gentleman who says he's a good guy. And for every woman out there that says no good guys out there, no good single guys out there, I believe Vanessa called this officially reject season. Everyone on the app she called leftovers. So we've got a guy that claims he's none of those things.
And that's a saying?
Oh, yeah. That's how she feels.
Damn.
Yeah.
She was like, I have someone for single spotlight, but
This guy is apparently very dateable, and we're going to meet him next. Single person spotlight after this.
I think everybody here knows what it means to join the Mile High Club, right?
Oh my God!
It's the KROQ Mile High Club. Get lucky and see your favorite KROQ bands in places all over the world. Destination 4. Climb the CN Tower. Take in a hockey game. Go out in the boot and eat all the poutine you can handle. Because it's okay. Free healthcare.
When KROQ sends you to see us, Mumford & Sons in Toronto, Canada.
Not your phone, but mine. And I will wait for you.
Listen to 9, 3, and 6.
Qualify all week and instantly score tickets to our show at the Palladium.
Pre-sale starts 10 a.m. Thursday at Ticketmaster. Sign up at agora.gentlemenontheroad.com. You'll get the chance to see him again in Toronto, Canada.
It's the KROQ Mile High Club, Destination 4. Keep listening to win. Good luck.
Courtesy of Live Nation.
The world famous KROQ.
From Monster Tour Water. Straight up water, nothing else. Visit monstertourwater.com to find a store near you.
Hey, if you're seriously injured in an accident and... KROQ Klein Alley Show. Postmaster Johnny's entered the KROQ studios now. You're going to get inside of his brain in just a moment. Chance for you to win some tickets and bragging rights. And, of course, Johnny Doesn't Know has become a bit of a staple around these parts. Although people are very upset about Johnny Doesn't Know. I don't want to... let's not waste time with the
naysayers.
I mean, there's a ton of messages here about Johnny, and I don't want to...
This message is for Douchemaster Johnny.
Douchemaster Johnny. I don't like these names, Johnny. I don't know why people are upset about things.
But let's play them anyways.
Let's. You're right, Johnny.
Let's play them, though.
Good point, Johnny.
Go ahead.
Let's play them anyway.
Calling out men for rolling their backpack.
This guy's mad that you don't like...
okay. He's a roller, then.
This guy rolls his backpack. He's a man who rolls his backpack, and Johnny says he's got a problem with any man that rolls their backpack.
Telling him to grow up, to be a man. How about stop watching SpongeBob? Stop quoting SpongeBob. Stop learning stuff from SpongeBob.
Yep.
Why don't you grow up and be a man, Johnny?
See, this guy's very upset. You really struck a nerve with that
damn.
guy.
He hit me hard right there.
I love that you're like, all right, that's enough. I will not take this
attack
bashing of backpack rollers. What a cause to be passionate about.
Well, Johnny did claim in his last round of Johnny Thoughts that there's something about a man that rolls a backpack that makes him really question if that's even a man at all. This is what he said.
Is it an ick to anybody else to ever see a man just rolling a backpack anywhere? Like, pick it up, bro. Like, wear it on your back or, like, over your shoulder. You don't got to roll it everywhere.
You fired up that guy. All right, so we got questions this week about cars because Johnny dealt with some car trouble, and as we found out, he doesn't know an awful lot about cars, car culture, or how cars work. So all you got to do is predict will Johnny know or not know the answers to these questions in this round of Johnny Doesn't Know.
Johnny doesn't know.
I don't even know that.
Oh, Johnny doesn't know.
I wasn't even a sperm in my father's whatever.
Johnny doesn't know. Johnny doesn't know.
Johnny Cochran. That's OJ's real name?
Johnny doesn't know.
You thought the J in OJ stands for Johnny?
Wasn't it like Orpheus Johnny or like...
Orpheus Johnny, you got it. Rondo, you're off to a good start.
Whatever that dude's name was, R.I.P.
All right, Johnny.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're more knowledgeable about cars now that you went through it? I mean, I saw you were in a tow truck. You got to ride with the tow truck driver. You got to talk about cars. You've been in the shop, in and out of the shop a few times. Do you feel like you know more now than you did a week ago?
Oh, definitely not. There's so much to know about cars.
All right, let's say hi to Crystal. We'll start with the baddies, make our way up and down these phone lines. And this is Johnny Doesn't Know Cars. You ready, Crystal?
Yeah, I'm ready, Sweet
All
Dibbits.
right, well, Sweet Dibbits, will Johnny know what type of car is associated with James Bond? Will Johnny know what type of car is associated with the great James Bond? I'm going to say 0 chance, but it doesn't matter what we think. What do you think?
I don't think so either.
Allie, I think he's got a shot at this? Even a shot?
I just don't see Johnny as a James Bond fanatic.
Right.
I don't know that he's seen any James Bond movies, so for that reason, I would say no.
It's pretty well known, though, right? One specific brand of car that is always associated with James Bond.
Yeah.
All right, Johnny, she doesn't think he'll know. I don't think he'll know. Every once in a while, though, you learn this from some weird Family Guy episode where it was brought up. So
No, I can't watch Family Guy. I wasn't allowed to watch that when I was a kid.
Well, you're grown up now.
Yeah, but it's kind of whatever.
You still can't watch it? You're 26.
I couldn't watch it, but now it's like instilled in me, like, hey, I better not watch that Family Guy clip. Like, I can't watch that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's very funny.
Are there all of your childhood rules still in place? Or
No, just that one. Just that
All
one.
right. So, Johnny, which car is best associated with the great James Bond?
Well, check it out. I love James Bond. Daniel Craig, Pierce Brosnan.
Oh,
those are
okay.
my boys. Love the.
So you've seen the James Bond movie?
Yes, I love Bond. I know he drives a silver car, and it's a coupe, and it's like the one all the spies have. I don't know the brand of the car.
Were you about to say gender of the car?
I was going to say the genre of the car. I don't know what genre the car is, but
if you had to take a guess, though, I mean, it is a make, right? There is a make of car. It's silver, and so you think all the spies drive that car. But what brand?
I'm thinking British cars. I don't know many British cars, but I know Aston Martin. That's the only one I know.
Say that again.
Aston Martin.
Like Ashton Kutcher, but Ashton Martin.
Ashton Martin is the name of the car.
Okay.
Ashton Martin.
You know what? He kind of got there.
What is-
Crystal.
yes?
It's Aston Martin, but okay,
Yes!
you were close, and he
That
got there.
counts.
I'm gonna give Johnny the point on that one.
I'm
right?
surprised.
All right.
Really surprised.
I'm shocked you got there. Ashton Martin.
Blimey, mate.
All right, we go to the next. I'm sorry,
Blimey,
Crystal.
mate.
Blimey, mate.
Let's say hi to Jason and give Jason a shot at this edition of Johnny Doesn't Know Cars. Johnny, what is the difference between a V6 and a V8? Will Johnny know that, yes or no?
Definitely not.
All right.
He's going to say the two numbers?
With a definitely not. Do you know the
He's
difference?
going to say there are two numbers?
I don't even know if we'll get that far. But,
Two numbers apart.
Johnny,
He's not wrong.
What is the difference between a V6 and a V8? Jason says you will not know.
V6 has 6 cylinders, 8 cylinders. V8 has 8 cylinders, mostly found in big, huge trucks or like really big, heavy like cars. Like you ever heard like the guy like actually I can't say that, but you know what?
The new V8 engine.
No, it was kind of like when people do street takeovers and they're kind of like no quema, and it's like V6 or V8.
Right.
I might be speaking a foreign language, you guys. I don't think you guys
I
understand
get it.
No,
That's
I
all
get
right,
what you
Johnny.
mean.
Johnny, once again, you got it right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, there we go. See?
Well, I know.
I know car stuff.
I don't know the second part of what you said, but the first part.
Yeah,
yes.
that might have to take a while to explain, but yeah.
Let's go to Marco in Huntington Beach for Johnny Doesn't Know. He's on a bit of a streak right now. Hey, Marco.
Yeah.
Hey, good morning.
Hi.
Will Johnny know which country gives us brands like BMW and Mercedes? Will Johnny know what country those hail from? Yes or no?
BMW and Mercedes. I am going to say yes.
All right, with confidence. Marco says you will know that. Johnny, what country brings us car brands like BMW and Mercedes? He looks dumbfounded right now.
Well, this is just my normal face. Aren't those British cars too?
I mean, a country, specific country.
Those are British cars. BMW.
Do you know what country British is?
Oh, England, New England.
Oh.
New England.
But, yeah. But also, too, those are British cars.
Hold on, excuse me. Hold on.
Klein just did a
I
double
think you're
take.
dumbfounded.
Hold on. You said so many things there. You went British, and then you jumped to England, and now you're saying New England?
Yes, New England car. English. Excuse me. English cars.
Just hear Marco in the background going,
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. He said yes. So you're going to go with New England?
Let's go. Yeah, what is New England? Go ahead.
What is New England?
British cars. Yes.
What is New England?
New England is
Let me just start by saying that New England is in America.
What country or what part of the state is that?
What part of the state?
Where does it say New England out of the 50 states?
When
is New England
when the
too?
people from the regular England came over to America, they created New England.
So it's on the East Coast, because it's definitely not a West Coast
That's right. You got that.
Well, like which state?
But more importantly, let's get back to the question that matters. These cars are from Germany.
How are you alive?
We have a bigger question here.
Yeah. Which college did you go to again?
Shout out Santa Monica College. Now enrolling till December 13th.
Let's say hi to, I'm sorry, Marco, you went with Johnny, and he really messed you up good there. And all of us. Let's say hi to
Wait,
Rick.
where did the car come from? What brand are those
They're
cars?
German cars.
Oh, German.
I said that.
Did you really?
Yes.
Wow. Jeez.
Are they regular German cars or new German cars?
That's a great question.
God.
Yeah.
Josh, I'm sorry. Thank you for putting up with us here at KROQ this morning.
No
It's
one's gotten theirs right yet.
Johnny doesn't know cars. You ready to go?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, this could be like a one and done. Johnny, do you know the name of the first car that was mass produced? This is a well-known bit of information. First car that
Another
was produced
history question.
on an assembly line. This is something that if you don't know a lot about cars, but I feel like everyone knows this car. Josh, will he know this? Yes or no? Klein Alley Show. We're going to meet a single person in a moment. Single person spotlights all week leading up to Valentine's Day. Perhaps you meet the next love of your life right here just by listening to KROQ. You have the same taste in music, same taste in radio show, or you were just too lazy to change the station. Regardless, it could be your new soulmate. You meet them right here. And then as soon as we're done with this, I'm dreading it because I will play for you this call in its entirety. It's the prank call to my wife about her stolen car. Here's a tease.
No, listen, I'm not driving around a car that had drugs all over it and droppings. That's...
It escalated rather quickly, and I do fear that this will potentially be the nail in the coffin of my marriage, but it will be entertaining for you. I promise you that much. And Jake did a great job of impersonating a police officer that found the stolen car.
The amount of droppings drops that you're going to hear is...
Man, a lot of drugs, a lot of droppings.
That'll be
first thing we do after this single person spotlight. But right now, let's... Allie got that intro. Let's meet the single person. It's time for a new single person, a brand new day. This is Eddie. It's Single Person Spotlight.
Looking for Mr. or Mrs. Right. Everyone you date just seems alright. Looking for Mr. or Mrs. Right. Welcome to the Single Person Spotlight.
All right, let's say hi to Eddie. Eddie, good morning. Welcome to KROQ. How goes it?
Hey, good morning, Sweet Dibs.
Sweet Dibs, are you single, or you got a few things going on right now and you're just trying to find something more serious, or what is your current status?
Current status, yeah, I would say definitely single. I kind of had a traumatic experience on a first date, so it kind of made me not want to date for a while.
What happened?
So it was December 2023. I just bought a new car, feeling good, moved back from Dallas, I'm back from my hometown, and I met a girl off Hinge, take her out to Laguna Beach, get some drinks. She sadly had too much to drink. And if you know tequila's ugly cousin, she was drinking mezcal, and she got way too wasted. And I had two options. I was like, all right, well, I asked her out. Let me be a gentleman, take her home, or do I just tell her to get an Uber? And because she's like throwing everywhere, just being a total scene. And I was like, no, I took her out. Let me take her home. So I'm driving back home, and all of a sudden I hear and I had two options. It's either I let her throw up all over in my car, or
open the door and kick her out.
Well, yeah, I kind of did that, but then I covered her mouth with my right hand. And she threw up projectile vomiting on my hand. She's sitting in her throw up. I pull over. I lean over, open the door, and she's just yakking all over my new car. And thank God I had, disinfecting wipes and everything, and I was just scooping it out.
It's been a year. It's been a year since that date. Over a year. You said that was December 23, and you have been kind of gun shy on getting back out there in the dating world because of that experience, huh?
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was
what about before that? Did you have a long-term relationship?
Yeah, I've gone through a couple long-term relationships throughout my life. So,
in an ideal world, though, because everyone's looking for something different, you're not looking for something casual. You ideally, you claim you're 30 now, and you're interested in the concept of finding someone to actually settle down with. Is that true?
Yeah, I would say, finally, I would say that, absolutely.
Your previous girlfriend that was long-term, what did you guys fight about? What did she nag you about, if anything?
It's got to be that mustache of his.
That's a great question. Probably not going to enough concerts with her, now to think of it.
So you didn't take her out?
No, I did. We went to festivals all the time, but she wanted to go like every weekend.
Oh.
That's like what Allie's wife suffers from, that whole FOMO thing, where if there's a festival happening anywhere within a 600-mile radius, she wants to be at it.
Yeah,
and then
if don't get me wrong, I love going, but every month is a little much.
If you're wondering what Eddie looks like, Eddie's on our phone now. He's a single listener to the show. He is looking for someone. He's looking for a lady, I assume.
Really good-looking guy, I would say.
You claim that you look like a Shia LaBeouf, 30 years old.
Is that what Vanessa?
Oh, that's what Vanessa claims.
I don't know how to spell.
Yeah, well, no. You
don't know how to spell boof?
He does kind of have a Shia LaBeouf thing going, I guess. That's fair enough. And so as a result, I think that, you probably don't have a hard time, getting swipes right on the apps, but you just haven't found anyone of any quality, or what has been the big thing that's standing between you and anything?
Yeah, I would say quality. Yeah, absolutely.
The only red flag I see from the pictures that Vanessa has given me are that in most of these pictures you're wearing the same T-shirt. Are you one of those guys who wears the same white T-shirt every day?
What's wrong with that?
No, that was probably because I just went on a family vacation and I don't take photos of myself, so that was probably the most recent one of group.
That's
photos,
a hot person thing.
Yeah.
I don't take photos of myself. My family takes photos of me on vacation.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, I don't have a problem with, as you know, I wear pretty much a black T-shirt most days in here. Every once in a while, change it up, go white if I'm feeling, frisky.
Yeah, but if you're just dating somebody, like when I met Katie, she was wearing the same outfit that she was wearing in the profile picture, which I thought was weird.
Well, I just want to make sure you knew it was her, right?
That's what she said.
Yeah,
but I'm like, if you see the person and you're like, why are they always wearing the same thing? I could see people being, suspicious of that.
Let's go over some rapid-fire questions that someone listening could say, this could be the future man of my dreams. Of course, if you are interested, you're a single lady, you're listening to this right now, and you're interested in dating this Shia LaBeouf lookalike, Eddie, who listens to the show, you got to slide in our DMs, Klein Alley Show. We will connect you. Deal is you got to promise not to murder each other. And, that's his penis. It's ready to go. It's ready to go. I get it.
It's Morse code.
Save me. All right, rapid fire question time. What is your drink of choice when you go out drinking?
I'll do any casual IPA.
Oh, beer guy. Okay.
When's how soon after meeting someone have you had sex with them?
In history? I've done first night. Yeah.
First night. Mm-hmm. And what is your favorite KROQ band that we play?
Linkin Park or Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit.
Wow.
Interesting.
What is a red flag for you when it comes to dating?
Ooh, a red flag is always talking about their ex, for sure, or past relationships.
The text line who just checked out your pictures on our Instagram said, I'm a straight dude, and I will be the first to say that this guy is good looking. Ladies, get after him.
I totally agree. Another question on the text line 310. Do you still have the puke car and does it still smell?
No, God, no. No, I went and got that cleaned the morning of, so no.
Tattoos, piercings we should know about?
Yeah, I got tattoos on my thigh, my right thigh.
Well, tattoos of what?
I have a portrait of a conquistador and the skull, and then I have a traditional eagle.
Do you work out?
Yeah.
Quiet down, Eagle. Hold on. Sorry, that was your tattoo.
That was your thigh. Sorry.
Your thigh talking. Shut up, thigh, Eagle. Say that. Allie asked if you work out. You do work out?
Yeah.
How much you bench?
My bench right now is 195. I used to be able to do more. But
All right.
How many push-ups can you do in a row?
Oh, shut up, Jake.
35.
All right,
How long have you had that thick ass mustache?
Honestly, I switch to beard, to shave, to mustache. I change it up all the time. So I really don't stick it into one.
What is a typical first date with you like? You have a go-to spot?
I mean, if she would like to go to a Ducks game, absolutely, that would be a first date.
Oh.
But other than that, just dinner and or a movie or you know something casual, coffee.
Any baggage we need to know about? A clingy ex, a couple kids floating around. Anything we need to know about?
No, God, no.
Okay.
None of that.
Right.
No crazy.
What do you do
exes,
for a living?
I'm a sales executive and an on-site manager for a staff.
Hey.
All right. Bye-bye, Katie. Katie, who?
Let's go to the Pantages. All right, who's with me? All right, Eddie.
That was weird. I apologize for that.
I think you're going to have a lot of interest. How tall? That question's coming through on the text line.
Oh, yeah. Sadly, I'm a 5'4", 5'5" on a good day. So
You should have lied, my dude. You're about to not get responses. Just kidding. Just kidding.
I can't change that.
I was wondering. Hold on. Now we found it. You've got to pry enough. That's important information. I was wondering why all the pictures we've seen of you, you're sitting down. I thought maybe you didn't have legs
He's
or
not
something.
sitting.
Sorry,
That's him on a step stool.
Honestly,
So
I could
offensive.
look like that at times, honestly, when I'm around my friends.
Here's the thing.
Wear heels on your first date.
He's 5'5", but other than that, and I don't think 5'5" is short, Allie, is it?
Well, that's coming from another short.
Oh,
dude.
shut up.
No, dude, you got to be like 5'8" or 6 foot in today's marketplace. So
would you?
That's fine. All you have to do is find a short girl.
Would you be opposed to getting that surgery where we stretch your legs out?
at this point, no.
All right,
let's go for it.
That's only not even available in this country yet. All right, guys, this is Eddie. Once again, I think you're going to get a lot of interest. Already, a lot of people on the text line, ladies listening, going, I like this guy, like his laugh,
I'm
like his
getting a lot
energy.
of DMs already
Some
about
thirsty
to get
ladies.
his IG.
Thirsty ladies.
Not me.
I don't believe you, but
no.
okay.
Yeah, I'm
I
serious.
promise you, so many girls already have asked me for your IG.
A lot of people. Here's a 7-year-old. I'd like to share clothes with Eddie. We're the same size.
Oh, beautiful.
So that's a 7-year-old. You got that going for it. All right.
I have a really cool truck that he'll like, too.
Guys, that's Eddie. It's a single-person spotlight today. Tomorrow, we're going to be another lady again. We're going to make sure everyone's covered. Slide in the DMs. We'll connect. Eddie, thanks for being a good sport. Thanks for coming on with us. Greatly appreciate it.
Of course. Sweet dibs, guys.
It's funny how you get to hear a relationship begin, and now, after this song, you're going to hear a relationship end. The prank call to my wife about her stolen car is next on KROQ. That is Messy. It's from Lola Young on KROQ. We are Klein Alley Show. All right. Well, this is something I'm sure I'll regret later. But here you
Get
go.
on with it.
For your entertainment, I guess, why not, right?
Let's do it.
It was a Friday a few weeks ago, middle of January, where I got a call just after the show was ending from my wife that said, do you have my car? And I said, I do not have your car. And she said, well, then it was stolen. And I said, that's impossible. And lo and behold, the car was stolen. Had to go to LAPD. Clearly, it is not a priority because cars get stolen all the time. We heard from quite a few of you that have shared many stories of cars getting stolen, some getting found, some never getting found. And we got to a point where earlier this week, they officially deemed her car a total loss. And through insurance and everything else, we were able to basically, she got her new car over the weekend. So I thought it would be the perfect time to have Jake call her as a police officer. I don't know why I thought this was a good idea.
It's great. It's a great idea.
And so Jake decided to call and say, I know you know, he didn't say he knew she had a new car. I knew that, but that they found her other car and it was in this was her biggest fear, is that she would get her car back in drivable condition, but it would be so disgusting that she would never be able to
drive it again,
even though she would have to drive it again. So rather than be the supportive husband that I try to be on a regular basis, I decided, let's try to do something that could be fun for the show. And already I regret this, so take a listen. This happened yesterday after the show, and I have not stopped hearing about it since.
Hello?
Hello, is this Danielle Klein?
Who's this?
This is Officer Medina with the LAPD North Hills Division.
Hi, yes, this is her.
Hi, great. I'm calling to inform you that we have found your Land Rover attempting to cross. Yeah, it was attempting to cross the border yesterday.
No way. Yeah. I literally just went through insurance and I just got my new car.
Oh, that's
so
great.
What does that mean, though? I mean...
well, the good news is it's not a total loss. There are some scratches to the driver's side door. You're going to have to get a couple new tires and wheels. But you will have to come down to a San Diego tow yard and pick it up.
Wow. Okay, this is... so now I don't understand. What do we do?
Oh, well, yeah, you'll have to come down and pick it up.
And then, do you happen to know if, like, any of the stuff that was in it was left in there? Probably not, right?
Well, there's probably... I'm sure these are not your items, because it appears as if the thieves were using the car as some sort of mobile drug lab. We found
those are not.
Yeah, we found
it would be kids stuff. So
I'm sorry.
It would be kids stuff in there.
Oh yeah, we found an abundance of paraphernalia normally associated with labs and shoot-up sites, so you might want to hire a professional biohazard team to get rid of all that residue and needles, etc.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want that arm back.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you mind if I add my husband into this call?
Sure, yeah.
Sorry, because I'm not. Hold on 1 second. Kevin? Hi. You're on with the sheriff or...
I'm Officer Medina with the LAPD North Hills Division.
What? Yes, I know.
Yeah, we found your car attempting to cross the border into Mexico yesterday.
Being used for drug paraphernalia.
Well, it appears as if they're using it as a mobile drug lab. Right now, there's an abundance of paraphernalia in the car. It also appears as if they used the vehicle to transport livestock. There's a leftover droppings and feed, and a smell that might not be able to get removed in the car. But we did recover a car seat that has also been soiled, and a brown coat was found in the car.
Oh my God!
Were any of those items yours?
The car seat, and if it's a brown coat, yes.
Oh, great. Yeah, those are still there for you. But the car is in a tow yard in San Diego, and you might want to pick it up as soon as you can, because each day it's a $125 fee that will accumulate.
Kevin, I don't understand this.
Can you go?
What? Me?
Well,
San Diego?
It's in San Diego?
Is this something that we can talk to insurance? I mean, I don't want a car back either that had drugs in it with kids and drop-ins.
Danielle, the problem is that they found the car. It's now we have to...
I don't think so with insurance.
Officer, is there a certain amount of days where you have to find it where it's not considered a total loss?
Yes, if we find it within 90 days, it's still your responsibility. So I believe I have it here as January 17th. Is that the day?
I don't know. I don't even know.
This is insane. I've never... But nobody's going to drive around a car with droppings and
Well, you'll be surprised what some of these addicts will do to a car and what they can live with. It is insane. But.
Yeah, I'm not driving around with kids. That's considered. We got to get insurance on the phone.
They've gone in the car too, though, before the kids. So.
What?
Well,
what are you talking about, Kevin? She's talking about the new... What are you talking about? You're talking about my old car, Sam.
Yeah. Like I was telling your wife that you're going to have to get a professional to clean for the biohazard and the smell, animal droppings, etc.
Then I'm going to call and see if we can give back the new car because...
No, Kevin, I'm not driving around a car that had drugs all over it and droppings. That's insane. We need to get on the phone with
but we can't have two cars. We're going to have to pay for both cars now because they found it.
I think we need to get in touch with insurance, Kevin, right? Because you can't do anything from
I feel like the first step should be trying to recover your car as soon as possible. Like I said, each day it incurs a fine.
So how much do we owe you to this point?
Well, right now, it's the first day will be... Oh, it's not even to me. It's to the tow yard. It'll be $125 per day.
Hold on. All
right.
We need to get Shim and insurance on the phone, okay?
Hold on. Does anyone on this call's husband work in radio?
What?
I have a wife.
Is it possible this whole thing is a prank?
Kevin?
Mr. Klein.
I love you, baby. It's a prank.
Oh, my God. I hate you. Kevin. No, not okay.
Now you know you don't have to pick up a car in San Diego. She hung up. All right.
It's just Jake sitting by himself.
Oh, man. I'm just alone in a room now.
It took me a second to realize she hung up.
I can't believe Beetlejuice called your wife.
I don't know
to say the car was recovered.
I regret that, but I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Text line seems to have liked that.
Oh, that was great.
Gotta take a break.
Jake?
Go try to save my marriage.
Officer Medina here, yeah.
Right back now.
Klein Alley Show.
World Famous KROQ.
question. It's KROQ, Klein Alley Show. If you're in a relationship with someone, married, dating, whatever, and they want to do something to alter their physical appearance, do you feel that as the person that is their plus one, their significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, do you have any input in if they should or could do it? Or do you think
what would define like a major change?
Well, in my case, I got this...
porn stash?
It's not a porn stash. Just a regular, good old-fashioned mustache.
You look like a plumber.
Yeah, thank you. I don't think anyone looks at me and goes, that guy could do porn. But they definitely...
You could look like you could direct it.
But by the way, I could definitely do porn better than I could do plumbing. I mean,
you definitely look sleazier with it on.
Thank you. That's the
it's
look I'm
actually
going for.
because of the shirt you're wearing, too. It kind of looks like you're about to recruit Johnny.
Johnny, you're in. Pack it up. Pack it up and sack it up. You're in.
No. Are you serious about that mustache, or is this for, jokey joke like you've done before, and just to know your wife?
So funny. You're the third person that has said to me, is that serious? What an insulting thing to say to someone. Is that...
You would do it as a joke, though.
Yes.
That's who you are.
Yeah, I am doing it as a joke.
Yeah.
But I'm doing it more...
So is mine. See?
What's that? Why do you have a mustache, Allie? That's even funnier. She's got a real push broom one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this, no, but I mean, my wife said, like, when she goes and does stuff with her hair, she doesn't ever ask. I mean, she'll say things like, hey, I'm thinking about cutting my hair short. And I'm like, well, whatever.
I know, but for her, I bet it's like she thinks it's a dramatic change, and it's something that you would not even notice.
No, I don't. Sometimes she'll come in and she'll be like, did you notice anything? And I'm like,
I got a long swoop, bang.
Right.
And
I'm like, what did you do?
What?
And she's like, it's like a quarter of an inch longer or shorter than yesterday. I'm like, how would I know that? I don't know that. But I wouldn't care. Like, she got another piercing in her ear.
She did?
Like another, one of the top top
midlife
holes.
crisis? Why are you getting your ear pierced
I don't know.
middle age?
But she, like, asked me if I noticed it, and of course I didn't. I didn't notice it.
What, Vanessa?
I think if she wants to pierce her ear at middle age, she
no,
can't.
First of all, she will not like the fact that she's being referred to as middle age. That's going to bother her more than anything.
I'm just saying she's a woman who's married and has 2 kids, and I feel like at that point you kind of like have your look figured out.
Yeah, she's a cool mom.
But I think, is that why she's doing it? To be like, I'm a cool mom?
I don't know why she's doing it. I didn't really ask. But maybe she's sleeping with the piercer. I don't know. She just came back and said, do you notice any more holes on me? And I said, I'd like to. And then she said, there's one here in the top of my ear. I said, oh, all right, whatever. But I wouldn't say
perfect fit.
You have to.
Is this because she wanted to one up her kid who got her ears pierced?
I think she was trying to one up my daughter.
Are you serious?
Oh, fine, I'm gonna go to Claire's.
Yeah, you get 2. Yeah. She was in Claire's too, with that big lollipop, so she could look young enough to get the free one. No, but in all seriousness, do you think that there needs to be a clearing with if you're going to dye your hair, I'm talking about drastic change now. Facial tattoo, dyeing of the hair to a different color, shaving head. Is that something your partner needs any input on at all?
Oh, yeah.
What?
I think,
that's crazy.
My wife has always had bangs ever since I met her.
Yeah,
and
she does all over the place. Bangs on the side.
Right. No,
bangs your friends.
not those kinds of bangs.
No one loves bangs more than your wife.
She will never not have bangs. Never.
That is
she
so
needs
true.
to have bangs. Okay. This isn't going well. The bangs on her face.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Wow, okay.
Above her eyebrows.
Yeah.
All right. She's always had them.
Just everywhere.
Just bangs everywhere.
All right. Forget it.
Summer bangs, winter bangs.
And I will not allow her to not bang.
Vacation bangs.
I'm just saying it's her signature thing. Okay.
You're not helping yourself.
The hair look is always what it's going to be.
Yeah.
She knows that that's the best. The point I'm making about the ear piercing and about all of it is that once you're a certain age, I feel like you have the good stuff figured out. Like, I look best like this. I've tried all the other things. I've tried all the other hair colors. I've tried this, that. I know that this is the best. You're a work in progress.
Yeah. No, but you just lost a bunch of weight, and now you're, a quote-unquote hot alley. But people always want to kind of change themselves.
I couldn't have sounded more disgusted saying that. You're a hot alley.
Your gag reflex to finish your sentence.
Right. So I think Omar's right. I think sometimes we look like a work in progress. We haven't figured it out yet, so we're trying things. I'm thinking maybe.
Well, that mustache isn't making you hotter. You know that.
Well, I don't know that. I was actually hit on by a guy yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
What did he call you, Daddy?
You said, this credit card's not working. Do you have another one? And I said, yeah, hold on
I said,
one
stop
second.
hitting on me.
All right, leave it alone, sir. All right, we can take a break. A lot of thoughts on this. We'll be right back. We got Freeway Feud to get to.
Freeway Feud?
Freeway. The mustache got in my mouth. Hold on. I'm choking on my mustache. Show. We'll get your news in just a moment.
I have a wife.
People said the most difficult part to believe of that entire prank call was when Jake claimed he had a wife. But that's not Jake. That's Jake doing a character by the name of Officer Medino. People really like that officer. Officer Medino sounds hot, says 323. Then I remembered it was Jake.
Aww.
Someone said if Jake talked
He's taken, ladies.
Yeah,
he's got a wife.
909 says, I think if Jake's life would be 15% better instantly if he just talked like that all the time.
I have a wife.
There you have it. That's Jake the Nerd. Well done, pranking my
Okay,
Jake
thank
is
you, Officer Medino.
Integral part of the end of my
I've
marriage.
dedicated my life to law enforcement.
Look forward to seeing Klein next on Single Person Spotlight. Well, it's possible. All right. Our torture becomes your pleasure. And we prove that again in about 5 minutes when we get you on the standby list to go see Mumford & Sons, plus give you tickets to their just announced show at the Palladium. But first, your news.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
All right, well, eating eggs for breakfast is now becoming a bigger and bigger flex. The panic has officially set in.
I'm going to be eggless.
I think I really am going to be eggless. Because Katie volunteered to go to Costco today, and I'm like, I don't even want her to buy them. I just want to forget that they exist until all this goes away. People are buying them and hoarding them to the point where grocery stores are now setting limits on how many cartons you can buy. The limits depend on where you go. Trader Joe's has implemented a 1-carton limit.
Whoa, 1 carton?
Yeah.
They were trying to peer pressure me the other day. I went shopping. I didn't buy any eggs. And the guy's like, hey, you sure you want to leave without your eggs? You can get 1 carton. I was like, what are you doing? You pushing eggs on me now? I know what I need.
By the way, you look good today.
He still flirted, though. They're very good at that Trader Joe's.
Whole Foods has a 3-carton limit, and Costco has a 4-carton limit, which is still so many eggs.
A lot of eggs.
I'm like, what are you doing with those eggs? If you've got 4 cartons from Costco, that seems, unless you're running a restaurant, that's an insane amount for any family.
Is today the day you're going to go to the parking lot and try to convince people to go in and steal, buy your eggs and give them to you in the parking lot?
Yeah, I'm going to tell them that I need them to go buy them because I've been cut off.
You've already been cut off? Yeah, that's remember when you were younger and you used to try to convince people to go buy you beer and stuff?
And cigarettes, yeah.
Yeah, Jake's going to try to pull that today at the Trader Joe's parking lot with eggs.
I'll give you cash.
Hey, come on.
I'll give you a couple of eggs, too.
Give me some eggs. Yeah, he's going to offer, like, hey, give me the dozen. I'll give you 2 on the way out. We're going to do whatever we can do to get the eggs. You got to get them while you can.
You know who I blame, too, is all the bodybuilders that are drinking eggs every morning. Because all those guys, it's like, what do they eat? They're eating like a dozen raw eggs every single morning, and that's screwing everything up for the rest of us. Drink something else.
Yeah.
Get a protein shake.
Eggs were always the cheapest possible way to eat something and feel like you actually had something. And plus, you can be a total idiot and still figure out how to kind of scramble an egg. And now you're absolutely right. It's gotten to a point where it has become really make some decisions now.
It was like our FU thing, too. Like, we would throw it in people's houses and cars.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
It was like, get out of here. I got an egg. Screw you, egg. I don't need you.
Nothing better than a neighbor that pissed you off or a car alarm that wouldn't stop going off.
You're like, get the eggs. Let's go.
Sometimes a dozen wasn't even enough. Now, you got to really hate someone to waste an egg on that. Really.
All right. In my opinion, anybody who's willing to volunteer should be free, too, because they're donating their time, no pay. One woman is now suing a public school. Well, she actually already sued and lost. She was suing a public school in Orange County because they told her she couldn't volunteer at her kid's elementary school anymore. Why?
This is why. Her occupation, working in the adult entertainment industry. We're showing you images found on her public social media sites, not unlike what you might see at the beach. But she does have a private subscription site where she earns a living called OnlyFans.
Do you think this is that guy's first time hearing about OnlyFans?
No, but he did. He really did play up like
called OnlyFans.
Never heard of it. Not a platinum member.
No idea what this site means.
Yeah, it's interesting now because for a while I do know that there was always this stigma. Oh, your mom's a porn star, whatever.
It's like the equivalent of like, oh, they're a stripper on the side.
Yeah, but OnlyFans, and I'm brutally honest when I say this. I actually do not have a OnlyFans account. I'm not opposed to it. I should probably look into it. I just, I'm still old school.
Seems like a good time in your marriage.
I think now I'm going to look into it more than I would have 20 minutes ago. But I think aren't there people out that are on there but not doing anything at all that is salacious?
Yes.
Like they're just on there.
And the thing is, some other parent narked out and was like, oh my gosh, this woman's on OnlyFans, probably because her husband or whoever was on there and she's all pissed off, and then she saw somebody that she knew, another mom, and decided to rat her out and write to the school, and then the school said, get out of here, you can't volunteer anymore, which I don't know about you, but when you send your kid to a school and they're like, you can also volunteer here, I'm like, why the hell would I do that?
I know.
That sounds terrible.
I ripped those papers up so quickly, and I feel bad because I know I should want to volunteer more, but I'll tell you what would make me volunteer more if I knew some OnlyFans women were going to be volunteering.
Yes, and anyone who wants to actually volunteer at a school, let them. And the kids don't know what your effing profession is. They don't know that you're an OnlyFans model. They just know that you're
somehow those kids always find it out. I hear this story all the time. I don't know how it happens.
You hear this story all the time?
How many times like, oh, this kid got bullied because the kids found out that his mom was an OnlyFans model?
I hear this more in high school. I think this story is the elementary school.
Yeah. They can live in ignorance for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
All right, the Oasis reunion tour is still causing a lot of problems for people who bought tickets only to have their tickets canceled. Ticketmaster said that they were going to crack down on bots, so they have been canceling tickets that they find are then linked to or sourced to bots. But unfortunately, some people's tickets, they claim, have been canceled by mistake or illegitimately, even though they personally bought them. And now I believe it is Liam who has responded. And you always know they're so lovable and they love responding in a very respectful way.
Yes.
So Liam specifically responded to it and said, I don't make the rules. We're just trying to do the right thing. It is what it is. I'm the singer. Get off my case.
Hey, it is what it is. They stole from the Bud Light Bros.
I know.
It is what it is. Well,
it is what it is from Liam Gallagher, who says, the problems will continue. Get off my case.
There is a bet. There's a couple of gambling sites I use, and one of the bets is that you will actually never get an Oasis show. Like, they've sold all these tickets, and they've promoted the hell out of it, and they will never actually end up taking the stage together.
In your mind, do you think that conspiracy was from the beginning? Like, we'll say we're going to do this tour and we're never going to do it?
I don't know. Part of me feels like it would be fascinating if that happened. Wouldn't shock me. I'll put it that way. All right, caller 20. Let's make your life instantly better. Get you on a standby list. Give you some tickets to see Mumford & Sons. Once, maybe twice. 800-520-1067.
Show.
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous K-Rock.
All right, just after 9 o'clock on K-Rock. Hopefully this will be the greatest hour of your life, especially if I pick you up in a moment, give you the good news. You'll be seeing Mumford & Sons once for sure, maybe twice, here at the just announced intimate show at the Palladium in Hollywood, and then a chance, as we write your name down on a standby boarding list, to fly away to Toronto, Canada, and see them for a second time as part of K-Rock's Mile High Club. Chances to win happening at 9, noon, 3, and 6 every day this week, and then next week we kick things off by giving away that trip. So get on the list while you can. It's been an eventful show already today. We've met single people. We've heard
soon-to-be single people.
Soon-to-be single people.
People who left their husbands for other guys on a cruise.
And perhaps, as we get into clickbait, we will figure out what are the biggest icks that are now scaring off new potential partners. Plus, what day of the week should you be playing the lottery if you actually want to win, according to psychics? That's all coming up with some clickbait. I know you want the answers, so we'll get to those in just a moment. But first, let us say hi to caller 20, whose day just got better. This is TJ in Huntington Beach. Good morning, TJ.
Good morning. I cannot believe I just won. Hell yeah.
You're a caller 20. You put up with us. You stuck around, and you called, and boom, just like that, Mumford & Sons in your future, all right?
I appreciate it. Thanks so much, you guys.
Thank you so much as well. Hold on one second. Write down TJ's name on the standby list, and if we call you back next week, you'll be packing your bags for Toronto, Canada.
What a pleasant man.
All right, we'll get to clickbait in a moment, Allie. We'll figure out where people are moving. People that lost a home because of the fire, they now know exactly where they want to move to. Is it in California? Is it out of California? The numbers have been crunched, and we have those answers. Plus,
hello, Fresno.
According to experts, happy couples hardly ever do this. What is it, and are you doing this? Because if you are, maybe you're not a happy couple. That and more after Papa Roach. Clickbait is next, right here on K-Rock. try to solve every mystery currently on the internet. You know how it is. You get that clickbait headline. You must click. You need the answers. You got to figure it out. And then you're clicking around. Then they've stolen all your personal identification. You're in a slideshow. It never gets you to the answer you're actually looking for. We skip through all of that, and we bring you clickbait. Here we go.
Bait.
All right, we'll start with this one. This is, according to daters, because, we're getting close to Valentine's Day, this is the top ick that will potentially scare off a new partner. So you've started seeing someone a few times, and then you do this, and it is a full-blown ick. All of these were mentioned many times, so they're all legitimate. I'm looking for the top one, but I'll accept anyone's on the list of icks that you should not do in a new relationship. Allie.
Someone who is addicted to their phone. Can't stop looking at it, always checking subconsciously, very possessive of it. That's, I think, an ick for a lot of people.
Jake the Nerd, daters revealing their top ick that will scare off new partner, scare off any new partner that they are starting the beginning parts of a relationship with.
I'm going to say the overused baby voice and call you mommy and stuff like that.
Oh, you got to call it Baby George.
Oh, Baby George, my favorite caller ever.
Hey, baby.
We met Baby George. He came to our event up
And
at
then we were like,
Snow
who are
Summit.
you again? Tell
He's
us.
like, I'm the guy that talked like the baby. He was the best. Omar, this is the top ick.
Yeah. I'm going to say the topic is when you begin to date somebody and you find out that they're still living at home.
I think that happens so much now.
Here are the top three. Telling people that you are officially a couple when you believe that you're still in the talking stage. So when someone kind of jumps the gun on, hey, this is legitimate. Like, whoa, we're just...
That is a big one, yeah, because you're like, whoa, you're delusional. Like, we're not on the same page. Who are you?
Number two is saying that you love them very early on, or soulmate, some sort of that sort of language. But
Well,
number
what if
one,
you do love them?
number one is picking out baby names. And I don't know if that's for each other or for potential future babies that you may have together, but apparently that is a real early on ick that you don't want to do. And I don't know who would do that. It'd be like, hey, it's great hanging out these last week. What do you think of the name Juan? Right?
You're like,
What do you think about the name single mom?
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
So-
So is that, they're really talking about babies and not like pet names? Like baby
Picking
names?
out baby names, and I assume that means future baby names. I think that's it's a freak out right there.
Of course.
All of those seem like they're based on the same concept where someone is a lot further along in the relationship than the other one.
Oh, yeah. And then you start going, I can't undo this.
All right,
like,
next
they're
one, here
going
we
to
go.
really commit. They're going to
bit.
have a hard time when I break up.
According to a psychic, this is actually the luckiest day. If you want to win the lottery, this is the day. I don't know how they've crunched the numbers or why they feel this is the day, but why buy your ticket today unless it's a lucky day? What is the day of the week that is the luckiest day to buy and play the lottery? You must know this.
Why would I know this?
Well, you
I
must
just-
want to know this. I'm
Oh,
sure
of
you
course.
don't know it.
I think it's going to be... God, it's just like a shot in the dark. I guess I'm just going to say Wednesday,
Why?
middle of the week, hump day. I don't know. I really have no reason.
Omar, this is the day of the week, according to a psychic, that is the luckiest day.
I'm going to say maybe a Friday, like, you put all your hopes and dreams, into buying that little ticket because you had a crappy week. And I think a lot of that energy that you put into the universe maybe ends up panning out.
The manifesting.
Better energy on a
The
Friday
Friday energy.
vibes, as opposed to Allie's Wednesday vibes concept. Jake?
Let's cut the difference and say Thursday.
Jake got it. Thursday,
What?
luckiest day
What?
for purchasing lottery tickets. Thursday carries the energy of Thor and Jupiter. That's why it's named for its vibration. It's a great day for investing, gambling, and asking for pay raises. It's all about that Thursday. Jupiter is associated with luck and levity, epic journeys, enduring optimism. So it is the greatest day for you to buy a scratcher or play the lottery on a Thursday.
Definitely ask your boss for a raise, and then when they go, why? Go, Thor!
Just pull out a hammer and throw it right on the boss's desk. This is why. Thor! And finally, we'll wrap it up with this one. According to experts, happy couples hardly ever do this. If you're a happy couple, you never do this. We'll start with Jake this time. Jake?
I was going to say like the easiest one, fight. You never fight.
I think that's wrong.
Oh, I think I always fight.
Couples that never fight, I think, are unhappy. You got to fight. It means there's passion. It means you still got some fight.
That's the dumbest I ever heard.
You're dumb. Thor! Allie?
Come back, Thor.
Allie?
I think they have enough alone time. They schedule alone time separate from
Happy
each other.
couples have a lot of alone time. Smart.
So that they can then miss each other.
All right. Omar, what do you say?
Yeah. Well, the question is, this is a thing that the couples do not do, right?
Yeah, hardly ever does.
Yeah, people don't post on social media because they're having conversations and they're interacting in real life.
Or is it not celebrate Valentine's Day?
Happy couples don't do the following three things. They don't hold grudges, they don't keep score, and they don't shy away from the tough conversations.
That's all lame.
You gotta keep score.
You gotta keep score. Don't agree with that. Quick
Tough
break.
conversations.
Back with more next.
I think everybody here knows what it means to join the Mile High Club, right?
Oh my God!
It's the KROQ Mile High Club. Get lucky and see your favorite KROQ bands in places all over the world. Destination 4. Climb the CN Tower. Take in a hockey game. Go boot in the boot and eat all the poutine you can handle. Because it's okay. Free healthcare.
When KROQ sends you to see us, Mumford & Sons in Toronto, Canada.
It's not your phone, but mine.
Listen to 9, noon, 3, and 6.
Qualify all week and instantly score tickets to our show at the Palladium.
Presale starts 10 a.m. Thursday at Ticketmaster. Sign up at agora.gentlemenoftheroad.com.
Rush me, restless heart to the end.
You'll get the chance to see him again in Toronto, Canada.
Good people, been down so long.
It's the KROQ Mile High Club, Destination 4. Keep listening to win. Good luck.
Courtesy of Live Nation.
The world famous KROQ.
From Monster Tour Water. Straight up water, nothing else. Visit monstertourwater.com to find a store near you.
And the question we have for you right now as we try to save society is, which couple out there is the biggest dick couple? And when we use the word dick, we're not meaning it in the way that Pee Wee Herman would use it. We're meaning it more in this couple, maybe
In that case, do be a dick.
Yeah, maybe you like them. Maybe they're a fine couple, you hang out with them, but there's something about that couple that just they fit into a couple that is, society could do better without. And there's some clear ones coming through already on the text line. We'll get to your calls as well. Our favorite nominee, we will invite you to join us this Friday with some lift tickets.
818 wanted to nominate right out the gate the couple that walks way too slowly together. Whether it's at a grocery store or on a sidewalk, they are so oblivious to the fact that they're blocking everyone from getting by, but they don't care because they're so in love.
Hey, Sophia, it is officially the most romantic time of the year, only 2 weeks and a few days away from Valentine's Day. It's all about them couples. Which couple would you like to nominate right out of the gate as biggest dick?
All right, here goes to Maria and Dan.
Well, you don't have to give specific. You have to give specific names.
You suck!
But what did Maria and Dan do that you think make them a terrible couple?
Okay, so I didn't mean to do that. Okay, when me and Maria, we make plans, and without any notice, she brings along her boyfriend.
Okay,
the invite without asking.
Well,
I don't like that either.
It's the couple that can't do anything separate. So even if it's clearly an event where it would not be a couple event, it's always the one couple that for whatever reason shows up together.
But they don't say anything in advance,
No.
like that the boyfriend's going to be there.
Right, and it was probably pretty clear. Like she was thinking, girls' night, we'll get drinks. And they're like, oh, there's Dan.
And let me
Thanks,
guess,
Maria.
Dan's boring.
Yes.
Okay, great. We got it. Yeah, that's
Like
an
if Dan
interesting-
was cool, then they wouldn't say anything about it.
Yeah, I know a couple like this. I think they finally broke up, but it became almost a joke that it didn't matter. We almost would set up the events to go, let's see how far we can push this to see if she still comes with him. So it'd be like, if we set up golf, she couldn't possibly show up. There's only 4 people in the group.
And
So
then
we'd
she'll
say
show
golf,
up?
and then she'd show up.
What?
And we're
Would
like,
she
"What?"
play?
No. She was like, I'll just hang out. We're like, what is going on here?
Don't you have a better thing? Like,
Don't you have 2 cars or something?
Yeah, oh my God.
Mark, all right, open nominees. Don't be a dick couples as we're officially entering the most romantic time of the year. Our favorite one, we'll get some tickets to join us Friday, Ditch Day, Snow Song. What's up?
Yeah, the couple that shows up to the function, like already deep in conversation, and then when you get there, you can't even add to their conversations because they're just constantly going at it. You can't even add to anything that they're saying.
Interesting. So they're in their own stratosphere.
Like
You
a
can't-
fight? Yes, exactly.
Well, fighting couple is a different sort of couple, I would argue, than what he's saying. He's saying a couple that is kind of oblivious to the fact that now
Other
there's
people have entered the conversation.
Others around now, and they're
Right.
still kind of in that A-B conversation. The fighting couple, which is an interesting one as well, obviously, are the couple that everything could set them off, and one of them's always mad at the other one.
Yeah, but one that I like even more, 626 put in on the text line, is the couple that seems very happy together, but then when they're alone, they will talk crap about the other person in the relationship to you.
Yeah.
You
That's a
know,
good
it's
one,
like,
too.
well, he always does this, he always does that. And then the girlfriend comes over and she's like, well, he blah, 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 blah. You know, they're always crapping on each other, but then when they're together, it seems like they're, quote, happy.
Right, publicly, they look very happy. Hey, Ryan on KROQ, don't be a dick. Talking couples now as we are in the most romantic time of the year. Which couple do you like the least?
Yeah, I like to nominate the couple that has to plan a double date and fights every single time a date is planned. Not even an hour goes by, and there has to be an argument for the most pettiest thing.
It's interesting.
For
'cause
example,
sometimes
you
that's
didn't wake me up for Disneyland.
Yeah, sometimes that's the glue that keeps that couple together is the fact that they're so heated. Because they always say not fighting at all is a big red flag. If you're not fighting at all, that means kind of you're both checked out. But
yeah,
if you're
but then
fighting,
there's always fighting.
if you're fighting constantly about every little thing. And it's always interesting, too, because I've sat next to, like, people at restaurants before where there's a couple that's been together for a while and then, like, a new couple. And the new couple's getting along because they still like each other. And then the couple that's been together for a while is like, look at your future.
Yeah. Oh, the steak. Well, you shouldn't get the steak. You're not going to eat it. You have a heart thing.
Right. George, KROQ, welcome. It's Don't Be a Dick Couples. Our favorite nominee will get tickets to join us Ditch Day. What do you got for us?
Hello, guys. How are you doing?
Great.
Doing fine.
So the couples that talk themselves like babies, one to each other, and they also talk in third person.
Give me an example of the first, the baby talk, please.
So, so let's imagine John and Katie, and John is like, "Hello, how are you doing?" And the other one is like, "I'm good, baby, I'm good." And they talk to each other like that. They're like, "Oh, baby bear," and they're talking one to each other like that.
Keep going. I'm still unclear.
Give us a few more examples, if you could.
Like, oh, you were talking about the steak, and they're like, "Oh, you're a big boy. You would like to eat this steak today?" And they're talking like that, and you're like, "What is going on with these guys?"
Uh-huh.
Do you have an example of what that would sound like?
What did you say?
Do you have an example of what that would sound like?
So it's just like that. They go on and on and on like that, and you are on the other table hearing them, and it's kind of really uncomfortable to hear that.
Right. And if they were by themselves on the bed doing pillow talk, how would that sound?
Like in the phone?
Yeah.
Oh, it would be the same.
Yeah, give an example.
All right. So they will be like, "Oh, you're working today? You're working? When are you gonna be home? I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you. I want to see you today," and things like that. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
And
if one of them ordered a donut and the other one wanted to try the donut, what would that sound like?
oh my God. Can you please give me a piece of your donut? I really want a piece of your donut.
Right. I get it. Starting to make sense out. Right. All right.
I find that really annoying.
Yes.
Right.
I can see it. It sounds like it. All
We
right.
can understand
All
now.
right,
I think we have a clear picture.
I get that one now.
But we'll
Yeah.
come back to you later.
Yeah. Think of a good example, George, so we can role play a situation. We'll get back to you in a second. Daniel on KROQ, good morning. Don't be a dick. What's up?
Morning. What's happening, guys?
Looking for nominees for the biggest dick couples. As a result, tickets up for grabs, and we're going to save society by eliminating one of these couples once and for all. What's up?
So I hate the couples that when you're at dinner and this couple, they're having such a good time that they have to make sure everybody around them knows it. They're joking around and trying to make everybody else kind of envious of their happy relationship when,
What a fitting song for the week of Valentine's Day, which is coming up on Friday. So get ready to get ripped off on flowers and overpriced prefix menus. There's a lot of talk about relationship stuff this week. If you're single, want to be spotlighted on the show, want to prove that there are actually good people out there that potentially even listen to this radio station, this show, you can always DM Vanessa. And if you are in a relationship and there's something petty going on, and you need us to figure out who's right, who's wrong, so we can do some of that good old-fashioned scorekeeping, you can also reach out to us and we can get you into Petty Claims Court happening tomorrow and every Wednesday on the show as we try to figure out in any sort of spat, relationship, marital, whatever, even if the issue seems tiny, there still needs to be someone who's right.
Oh, we are in an all-out war over chores in my house now.
Yeah, well,
she was like, I heard what you said, and it's BS that you think I do less chores than you. It's a whole thing.
You may end up at Petty Claims Court tomorrow. But, you know, you can always reach out to us, slide in the DMs, Klein Alley Show on Instagram. We're always checking them, and thank you in advance for that. On Saturday, you know, last week was a weird week for me. I had the endoscopy, the colonoscopy. I couldn't eat one day. I still came in and did the show. I'm a hero. And then, went through that whole thing. And, didn't sleep a lot last week as a result of all of everything. It was just one of those weird weeks. So on Saturday, when my wife still loved me, I think, before we pranked her about her stolen car, she said, block out an hour. I have something planned for you today. And of course, like always, I was like, nice, I'm going to have sex. But she wanted to also immediately tell me after she said, I have something planned for you today. She said, but it's not sex. So she immediately
she's smart.
Shut that down. And I said, oh, okay. So I'm thinking, what could I do in an hour? And then she said to me that she set up a massage for me. I'm not a massage guy, but she said, it seems like it's been a really stressful week, and I'd rather have another person touch you than me. So...
Well, but... This is something that you've been very tense, even though it's hard for you to relax during massages. It's something that you have an hour for yourself. Even if you fall asleep, it's still worth it.
So I said, where am I going? And she said, someplace she's never been before, not a fancy hotel alley like a spa. This was a place that she said, here's the address, and you're supposed to go there at 3 o'clock. So I went over, and I look outside, and I go, there's no way this is the place. It could not have looked shady. If you Googled shady massage parlor or whatever, massage place, everything about it looked very sketchy.
Okay, this is my wheelhouse. This is usually where I get massages.
Is
there usually is there a photo outside of like a foot with reflexology crap on it?
There was a photo of a foot.
And the price list is on the window outside?
I want to say it was like a 24-hour operation.
Yeah.
I want to say
there's curtains over the windows.
Couldn't see inside of it. There was neon lighting. Open.
And then you walk in and there's like an Amazon water fountain kind of thing in the lobby.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And everything about it seemed like, where I would almost feel like if I got seen going in or out of there, someone would be like, what is going on in there?
Is it one of those places where there's rows of curtains?
So,
because some of them, they don't even have their own rooms. It's just like a row of all these different beds, and there's curtains.
I don't know what I'm getting myself into, but I know that when I walk in there, they have curtains into the back, and I don't know what's going on in the back. I just show up and I say, hi, I'm supposed to have
something
here. And the woman's like, she goes, man or woman? And I said, I'm a man. Thank you.
Popular.
I said,
Very convincing.
I know it's 2025, but I just want you to know I still go by man. And she goes, no. Do you want
a man or woman? Mm-hmm.
I said, obviously I want a woman. No homo, Allie, right? So I say...
These poor male massage therapists, they just never get... I always say I'm happy with a guy.
I say woman, and I hear like 9 guys in the back go, damn it, God damn, what are we...
man.
So I say, woman, hello? Like that, And she goes, okay. So she brings out this lady. Woman takes me back into the darkness, and we go into a room.
So you have your own room. Okay.
Private room.
That's fancy.
And then she says something along the lines of undress to your level of comfort.
Yeah, I go full nude now.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
I actually put
even
on
with a guy, no problem.
Clothing. I layered up even more. Very not comfortable.
They ask you to.
I left my underwear on. Got under the sheet, got on the table. Then you do a little knock on the door. You're ready to go.
Well, especially if you've got briefs, then you're covering a lot of your skin that's not going to get properly massaged. But okay,
I just left it. I didn't know. I didn't really know. I feel like it's a test. Get undressed to my level of comfort. I want to say, what's your level of comfort? Is what I should say.
You undress first.
Yeah. I didn't say that. I still don't really know what's going on here, and I have been in questionable situations before, and I still thought maybe this was a questionable situation, and maybe my wife was trying to do something extra special for me.
Cool.
So
she would never do that, by the way.
I know that too, but I also thought maybe I don't know. Who knows? Maybe she accidentally booked you a massage at a happy ending place. I didn't know what was going on. All I know is I'm laying on the table. The woman starts, doing some stuff, and then she comes over to my ear and she whispers in my ear, "Is it okay?" And I could not hear a word of what she said. All I heard is it okay if I, and I go, what? Sorry, come again? And she goes, "Is it okay if I, and I said, "You want to do what now?" She goes, "Get on you."
Get on you?
I said, I heard her say, "Get on me." So I said, yeah, okay. Sure, why not?
You were thinking that this is going to be
I don't know what I was
sex
thinking.
thing?
I don't know what I was thinking, but I definitely had never been asked this before. And then she proceeds to
They're
climb.
charging you for extras. Just say no. All
I know,
right.
I
They
heard
want to
the
do that
markup.
hot stone crap.
She climbs
All right.
on. She climbs on top
Peppermint
of me,
oil.
and in my head I go, "Here we go. This is whoa. What's going on here? This got real weird real quick."
Face down or face up?
I'm face down, and then
What a backwards happy ending.
and then
She's supposed to do.
very flexible.
Just give you another colonoscopy.
And then she proceeds to stand up
Oh, nice.
and walk all over my my back.
She
And
gave you traditional time massage.
I don't know what that even is. Never had this before in my life, and I thought I didn't know at first. I was like, "What is going? Is she
Dude,
dyslexic?"
it's amazing because then you can't figure out what body part they're using, or is she using her heel or her knee, and then has she gone with an elbow all of a sudden?
She's like tap dancing on my back.
Yeah.
And then I start thinking to myself, this poor woman's going to fall off on the floor and smash her head open.
Why do you think that?
She's walking. It's my back's not like
He's
an
uneven.
even surface. I got scoliosis. I got broken. So I don't know. I assume she's going to tip off. Every time she took a step, I go, "Here she goes." So I go, "She's going to fall off." I don't realize till afterwards that apparently
There's ropes.
yeah, she's like holding on to some weird handicap bars on the ceiling. I don't even like a skate park up there. Who knows what's going on? And I didn't know any of that was going on. I just kept thinking.
So you're worried the whole time that she's going to fall?
Yeah, sure. And I'm like even saying like in that little my head's in that little hole in the table. I'm like yelling, "Careful, careful!" Like I don't know what she's
But
doing.
your like sinuses are all clogged
yeah, I'm all
because your face
smashed in there. And she's like doing like river dance kind of on my back.
Did
you
it
know?
feel good though?
No, because the whole thing was so weird because it was so not what I expected was going to happen, and I didn't know what that was. I guess that's a style of massage.
Yeah.
And then I started thinking to myself, this is kind of like. It seems easier than if she was actually putting in the effort with her hands.
Oh, and cheaper.
Yes, I don't know what it
Oh,
costs.
some of those places are like $1 an hour, $1 a minute.
$1 an hour. That is cheap. Yeah, and I didn't. So I was thinking to myself the whole time. I'm like, I feel bad now for the people that really have to put in the elbow grease. And she's just kind of like walking around. She's getting her steps in.
Yeah,
She's
but
using
there's
me
like a whole
treadmill.
art to it. She's got a whole design that she's doing. She's hitting certain pressure points. She's like doing stuff with her toes.
I don't know. She jumped up there for a while. She's doing this. She's doing the jig on my back. And I'm laying
With the
down.
skate bars.
And then she goes, "Do you want to turn over now?" And then I was thinking, I don't want to turn over now because I'm terrified. She's gonna walk all over my stomach. I don't know how this thing works. I don't.
Well, and sometimes they do crazy weird stretches with you too. Did she do that?
Okay, so I'm so glad you bring this up. So then the thing's kind of in my head. I'm going, this got to be over already. This feels like I've been in here a long time.
Where they like rock your leg like a baby.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, you're right. She does this thing. She turns me into like
a pretzel.
Yeah, she bent my legs in ways they don't go, and then she puts her entire body like she's a offensive lineman, into me.
Yeah.
And
they don't warn you about that.
No,
They're just like,
nothing.
man, breathe, and you're like,
yeah, like they should let you know when you're going in. Like I didn't know what to expect at all. The whole thing was weird. I left that place. I felt very violated.
Oh, and they don't customize anything too. They're like, is anything bothering you? You're like, yeah, my hip, and they're like, cool, I'm going to do exactly what I was going to do anyway.
Yeah. So anyway, it was quite a weird experience.
Great. I'm glad you got your first official Thai massage.
That's a Thai massage?
Mm-hmm. Traditional.
Huh. Wonder if the people that do the hand ones feel like the other ones are kind of phoning it in a little bit.
Oh, they all fight, definitely. At a
K-Rock,
conference
Klein
every
Alley
year.
Show. So that'll do it for us. Nicole Alvarez will be in here in just a moment. 40 minutes nonstop KROQ. Another chance for you to hop on that standby boarding list, get yourself some tickets to see Mumford & Sons, and potentially see them again in Toronto, Canada. All right, takeaways from today's show. What do we got?
All right, let's see. 310, my takeaway is there are no men's shelters, and that's a shame.
It is a shame, and luckily Jake was able to document it in his journal. Some people argued Jake's finest journal entry to date was shared on today's show. If you missed it, please check out the podcast. It goes with the show. Download, subscribe. If you like the show, if you're new to the show, it all helps. So please download and please share it with one or two people that you know.
818, my takeaway is a man falls in love with a woman for her gazongas.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Omar. We learned about that.
That's true.
Learned about that from Daddy University or wherever that was.
We sure did. That's the next takeaway. 909, there is no waiting at the Daddy Academy.
Oh, Daddy Academy. That's right. Daddy Academy.
And 213, my takeaway is don't play the old lady card if Allie is the chosen one.
Yeah, if she gets chosen at the checkout, doesn't matter how old you are, you let her get her place. Rightful place in line. What is your takeaway from today's show, Jake the Nerd?
If you're 106, you can't sneeze or else you'll die.
Yeah, we learned about that. Don't do that. Old people secrets. Listen to today's show in its entirety and live forever. Allie, your takeaway?
My takeaway is a little cake every once in a while as Bill is dead.
Yep, that was some transition we heard earlier today. And Omar, you got a takeaway?
My takeaway is that drugs and droppings is a deal breaker for your wife.
Yeah, she doesn't like drugs and droppings in her stolen
I think
car.
she seemed more upset by the droppings.
The droppings bothered her more than the drugs.
What's funny is that Klein told me she had a white coat, and so I said we found a brown coat. She's like, "Well, if it's brown, I guess okay." Yeah.
Yeah. She's really upset about this coat that she got. It was in the car when it got stolen. That's why. Anyway, if you missed it, the prank call to my wife about her stolen car is in the podcast as well. All right. Well, have a great day. We'll do it tomorrow. Try to do it better. In the meantime, Goat Line is open for you now. 844-956-GOAT. You can also slide in the DMs, Klein Alley Show. If you'd like to join us for Petty Claims Court or a single-person spotlight, reach out to us there. Have a great day. Do it tomorrow. Try to do it better. Here's Omar Khan to take us out without stuttering. Hey.
That they feel that that you know they feel that
106.7 KROQ.
Oh my god, what happened? Hello. Thank you for watching and listening. Here's a show from Johnny. Oh, get short.
You gotta show me how to get short.
Guys, how did you enjoy today's single people highlights? What's it called? Single spotlight. Single person spotlight. Alright, Johnny's singing some depressing music. Go ahead and listen to him. Shout out to Johnny. Oh, I didn't show off my nails yesterday. They are red for Valentine's Day. Do I have a big date? No, of course not, but I still like the color red.
You about to get clogged, bro. Watch the fuck out. Here we go.
Oh, tall man.
Alright, here we go. I'm actually in the frame. Y'all ever seen The Proud Family?
Can
when
you
they'd always
please
have that
get
one
shorter?
guy? No, you gotta grow, homie.
Oh my god.
Look at we kid. There we go. Anyways, what's up, guys? How's everybody doing? Net bangers, what's poppin'? Vanessa, what you gotta say?
I'm standing, by the way.
Are you standing on business?
Standing.
Anyways, what's up, everybody?
Here, let me just stand on the chair. I just didn't want to sit.
Are you good?
Yeah, there you go. I'm standing.
All right. There you go. Hold on. Net bangers, what's poppin'? Is everybody good? Thank you for tuning in today. It was a really great show. Single person spotlight. That was a great segment today.
Yes, and tomorrow's girl is super cool.
Let me tell you, tomorrow's girl is absolutely beautiful. All of you simps who never have a chance in the real world are finally going to have a chance over the air. This girl, let me tell you, is beautiful. Definition of baddie. The beautiful, absolutely, like, you guys are going to fall to your knees once you see her photo. We're going to post it up, a little tease today, and then we'll post the full photo tomorrow. She's
gorgeous. She was actually at one of our events too. She came with us to Vegas. She was our, not to give too much away. She was our exotic pole dancer. I'll leave that. Just that. I'll just tell you guys with that. It's literally, she's really gorgeous. You guys are going to really have a great time with this tomorrow. Also, too, how do you guys feel about the men that we put up for single person spotlight?
Guys, I need more men to go out there.
Well, here's the realistically, here's how it goes. Our audience is mostly dudes. And not really homosexual ones either. They're kind of like straight guys. So it's a little tough.
Obviously, we need straight man.
Yeah,
and gay man. Actually, if you're a gay man.
Yeah, if you're a gay man, thank you. We love you.
Woman.
With this show
We
is for
also
all
wanna
walks of
spotlight
life.
you.
Yes, we spotlight anybody. All walks of life, we're joining the spotlight too. It just really, if you're a dude and you're looking for love, and we put you up on this, it's really narrow. It's hard to find.
I need you to send me the best photos as possible. I'm working with
Yes.
what I could.
If you want to get submitted and you want to do it, please DM the show. Vanessa is going to answer it. Give us the best photo of yourself. Don't.
Yeah, I'm not getting the best photos, and I'm like.
What are you seeing usually? A lot of photos with
Not
girls.
good photos.
If you're a dude sending it and
Yeah,
you want to
just
get shown,
a single photo, just
yes,
yourself.
go outside to your backyard or walking in the street where the lighting's good. Just take a nice selfie from like the chest up. Let's see your nice shape of your face. Let's see how beautiful you look. Ladies too.
Also, who reached out to Eddie on the chat? Tell me.
Yeah,
and
is anybody
if you
here?
guys go on a date, can you please let me know? We haven't done Where'd You Go, How Far to Go because it wasn't a complete success. But I need a good one.
I think
Make my
yeah.
life easier.
Yeah, help us out. Like whenever
Help
we
me
do
out.
single person petty claims court.
Help
What's
a
that
girl
other?
out.
What's that other shit we
Petty
do?
claims, Where'd You Go, How Far to
Yeah,
Go.
where'd you go? We had to give that one up because it was so hard to find couples who fought and did shit like that. So, can you see? Are you in?
I can see. I'm in.
What are you sipping on today?
Coffee.
How many cups do you guys drink a day? Vanessa goes through about like 3 or 12 a day.
I love it. You're right. What did I even say? I only go through 2 cups of coffee.
Don't lie. You stunted your growth because you drink too much coffee.
No. Actually, when I lived in Colombia, we call it coffee.
Oh, you guys have
black
good coffee over there, huh?
Yeah,
Colombian coffee beans, yeah. Well, you know, as a Colombian, you never brought us any coffee or coffee beans. What's up with that?
Because it's
Who are you
here.
looking at back there?
I was like, I brought you aguardiente. Anyways, in Colombia, we drink it and it's called tinto. And my family would drink it all the time, like casually. And I would want some, but then my family would be like, Vanessa, if you have some, why am I not at the...
Drink the tinto, Vanessa. This is the
If
good
you have
stuff.
some, you're gonna not grow.
Oh, so you
That
drink
was
a
a
lot.
lie. I didn't drink coffee when
Chat,
I was
that's
a
true.
kid,
That's true, chat.
And I'm still short.
No, that's cap. Bro, drop a blue heart if you think that's
It's
fact.
not true.
That was fact. Yo, is that facts or
Lies.
cap, bro? Facts or cap? That is straight facts, man.
Not facts.
That is facts.
Yes, I'm in
What are you standing on?
on a chair because
Look
you're
at that.
way too tall.
Too
Who's
much-
this tall?
Too
that
much
one
tinto.
is that tall.
Half of America is this tall. What are you talking about?
Good job, it is tinto. No.
Yeah, did I say it right?
Yeah.
Tinto. ¿Dónde
Tinto
está el
is
tinto?
black coffee.
Hey, test my Spanish. Here we go.
Go.
¿Dónde está la leche?
Where is the milk?
Uh,
And the cow.
Ayúdame.
Help. Good job.
Dame un beso.
Give me a kiss.
¿Quieres tomar?
Do you want to drink? Okay, wait. Pause.
This
How
is
funny
good.
is this comment? Little people, big world.
I might be the big world. Vanessa might be the little people.
I'm average high, okay?
You know what we've
Also-
learned? We've learned, like, whenever we do
Have a
photo
life.
ops and stuff, her and I can't stand next to each other. Because it's just the deception of just whoever's looking at the photo can't decide whether I'm really huge or Vanessa's, like, tiny.
It's like big. I'm short, but I have the personality of an average person. Hi.
Is that what you tell yourself every day?
Yeah.
That's your affirmation, huh? Your daily affirmation?
I'm like, you are a boss lady. Who cares that you're short? You're a boss. Let's go, bitch. Kill it today. Boom, bam, boom. I think I had too much coffee. I
Too
love
much
you guys.
tinto? Too much tinto? Speaking of daily affirmations, it is your guys' daily affirmation to share today's show. Please remember, right now, we put up some cool little Valentine cards on the Klein Alley Show
you didn't
Instagram.
include me because I don't really take a lot of photos. Thank you, Johnny.
Yeah, and I didn't want people sexualizing you or
Oh,
being
thank
weird
you.
like
Actually,
that.
I
So,
appreciate that.
you know, I got look at that. That was a clean dap up right there. Guys, speaking of dapping up and all the homies, remember to share today's episode and podcast. If you're at work streaming this right now, go walk over to that cute girl in that cubicle and share the show.
Yes, please share it with a cute girl. Or
Yes,
that cute
or a
boy.
cute guy. If there's a guy you're crushing on, be like, hey, Jordan, I like you. I think you're really pretty or cute. You should listen to this radio show that I stream and know life every day. Because we love you. And also, too, Netbangers, if you guys if you just want, you're feeling a little frisky, send that Valentine post to your crush.
Ooh,
I bet you won't. I bet you won't.
challenge you.
Double dog dare you. You won't.
I challenge you.
You got 4 pictures to choose from. You got me, Klein, Allie, and Jake's big boobs. Choose one of the 4. That's the one.
Scandalous.
Yes,
one.
that's the most.
If you want scandal, go with that one. If you want a joke,
It's the most frisky, so you guys better change that, and you guys better send that. All right? So it's coming. It's up there right now. Go devour it at Klein Alley Show, and go send it. All right? Netbangers, we'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Be cool.
look in the mirror, say your affirmations. You're a badass. Bye.
Later, peace. Bye.
Goodbye.